And we're back. Okay. Hope everyone's doing good. You know, life. Chilling. Just sent out the chat signal. Holy shit, that volume just kicked up so loud for no reason. Alright. Turn this down a bit. Alright. That's crazy. My phone's actually got volume. Normally I have it on mute. Not even vibrate. Alright. Also, I noticed something on my WoW stream. This is kind of important, even if you don't play WoW. It's just funny. So I spoke about an event where I thought WoW should make the remix timeline merge into the primary timeline, right? I don't know if they're doing it exactly as I described, or at all, I should add, because even though I made that post, right, I said that, and then the next day there was a video posted the same day as me of them talking about the event that got data mined, and I was like, oh shit, like I left a comment that was like, oh, you know, I was talking about that upcoming event without realizing that it got data mined. Like, I didn't know about it, and I spoke about something similar, so it seems like I'm talking about a data mined event, right? And pretending like, oh, I didn't know, right? But even weirder addition to that story now is I went back to the YouTube channel that talked about the event in the game, and that portion of the video is trimmed out and it is shorter now. They literally don't have that portion. I went through like multiple WoW videos that I watched and hovered through them and rewatched sections like all morning. I was like, where the fuck did I hear that? And then I just went, oh, I could just go back to my YouTube history and view that day's, or the day after, because I watched it after. I was like, I'll just watch like whatever was in my history the day after I talked about the potential event that got leaked. So then I went through it and I thought I found the video, but the portion is like cut from the video. They don't even mention time walking or time traveling or the infinite drakes at all anymore, but they do mention that the Turbulous Time Ways event is coming up, and I was like, oh fuck. So not only did I guess where the story was going in WoW, but then it was leaked. And the only reason I know I wasn't dreaming is because my comment on my own YouTube channel talking about it days ago. I left a comment right when I saw the video. I was like, oh fuck, I should go comment on my own video to let people know, like, I didn't even know this got data mined, right? So I said I have that comment on my video of me talking about a potential event. It would be cool if they did this, but I didn't know that's what they were doing until after. And then I left a comment, so I know that I wasn't like dreaming or anything. And now the entire video is cut up and doesn't show that. So I'm like, I think I saw something that I was not supposed to. Like, that was data mined stuff, so they were like, you better take that the fuck off of your video to Bellular. I think it was, or Taliesin and Evitel. I forget exactly. I watched all of their videos, skimmed through them for like the whole last week, because it was only like 3 days ago, and it was uploaded like the same day that I streamed. So I was like, oh fuck, dude, that's crazy. Like, so it's not just an I'm right, because it's weirder than that. It's like I knew something, and if I didn't leave a comment in a haste, like to correct myself, I wouldn't even have proof of that, because the comment was days ago, right? So it wasn't like something that just happened and I left a comment now. It's like if you go back to my previous stream, the comment I left was days ago. So it's not like oh, I'm just now making that up. It's like, no, I knew about it way back when the leaks came out, and now they're gone. And now they're removed from the video that I was talking about. But the thing is, my comment is still there. So, like, I know that I left a comment on my own video about the leak potentially happening. So I know I watched that video in real life, not a dream, and then in the middle of them spoiling the data mined event, I closed the video, went to my own, and was like, oh shit, I didn't even know that got data mined. So now, that video is cut up without the data mined portion of it. So I was like, oh fuck, there's this data mined event, and no one can find what I'm even talking about. But the only reason I know it exists is because of my own comment from days ago saying I watched someone else's video and they revealed it to me. Like literally, if I didn't comment and source myself in that video, I would be like, did I dream that? Am I fucking crazy? But I actually saw something, which is crazier. It's like, oh fuck, they actually just removed that information. Because you can clip portions out of your videos, but like the in YouTube editor, right? Let's explore that lower section now. Okay, ow, oh god. But it's so complicated that it was like, oh my god, if I didn't leave that comment telling my future self about the data mined leak, I would have been like, did I fucking hallucinate that? Was it not real? But it's probably, as a content creator with access to the tools they have and playing the games for years, I know that sometimes there's a leak and Blizzard's like, yeah, can you just remove that shit from your fucking video, because I will, like, that isn't supposed to be known yet, right? That is a big plot twist reveal. Like, when Ajara's 3D model leaked onto Wowhead, it kind of spoiled the whole fucking thing for me. I was like, oh, I guess we're fighting Ajara. They don't like that kind of stuff, where it, like, spoils a plot twist or shows a character coming up that they don't want you to know about. They hate that kind of data mining. So I would understand Blizzard saying, hey, take that shit the fuck off of your video. We don't want you to show the data mine. Me talking about it being potentially data mined and now it's gone makes me just seem crazy. They don't care about that. But the person who I saw showing data mined like information on their video, that they care about, because that's irrefutable proof, and that spoils it, right? It's word of mouth with me telling you in a Silksong stream, but it's not word of mouth when they show you the Wowhead data mined article and shit. I'm like, oh, I don't think anyone was supposed to know that. So, yikes. Okay, we're definitely coming back out from there, so we'll circle around. I'm guessing another wave survival room potentially up ahead. Oh, what the fuck is that thing? Boss gonna drop out from the ceiling? Oh, that's kind of cool. Please open, please open, please open, please open. Get out of here. Oh god. What the fuck is that? Whoa, you send out... Okay. Okay, that was unfortunate. No, I'm dead. If I held my jump for like half a second longer, I would have went through the two orbs that kill. But yeah, that was my whole morning. I was like, am I fucking insane? And then I went and checked my comment section. I was like, no, I did leave that comment days ago. I remember as soon as I heard the data mined information, I was like, I'm gonna look like a fucking lunatic. Right? Like, I'm gonna look like someone who just got data mined information and is pretending to guess what happened. But I actually guessed what would happen, and then I saw data mined info confirming it, and I was like, oh, I guess I was right. Which is even more fucked up. Like, almost gaslit me into being like, did I dream that entire fucking event of circumstances? Wait, why didn't it... Whatever. Okay, it's not gliding. What the fuck's going on? That was weird. Okay. This game's just fucking with me now. Hopefully we can heal. This is the boss we can't fight now? Damn it. Interesting. It's the only time you can fight that boss? If you were watching the stream in real time, you know that I discovered that because the next day I also talked about it, but wait, how the fuck am I supposed to get through here? Okay. Oh. Whoa, wow. There, nope. And that's the exit to circle back around, I'm guessing? Yeah. There's just something new down here. Alright. Oh, fuck yeah. Even more. Even more. And also I really wanted to try the housing on the WoW PTR, but I don't know what was going on. It just kept saying incompatible. Whoa. There we go. Nope. I hit it, but it didn't bounce. Shit. Nice. And then a little, like, moth flies out. I'm noticing that about the robots. Alright, we're good. Holy shit. We're schmoovin'. That was some crazy platforming. Okay. Oh, I remember now. We unlocked the shortcut. I'm glad we went and found that secret. Whoa, okay. Because now we can go this way. Up to the new area. Yeah. Oh shit. What's good? What weapon arts do you have? I don't want to spoil. What's up? How you doing, brother? I have the Beast, the Wanderer, the Reaper, and I'm using the Wanderer. Cut swiftly and nimbly with short, precise strikes. How you doing, Chips? We gotta play some more Risk of Rain, bro. We were playing for fucking hours the other night. That shit was so fun. It was like 2 in the morning here when I finally got off. Hope all is well. I gotta add you to my, like, close friends list on Instagram so you see my posts. You might have actually already. Nope. How do I add people to my close friends? Your boy. I gotta add Orange Buster as well. Why did the music stop? The fuck? That's weird. Okay, never mind. I'm not mention what I was gonna say. And yes, it was so fun. We are getting emails, so we are getting the furlough email. Well, we gotta vibe it out. I'm looking for you on my friends list to add you to my close friends. Hold on. I almost read your name out loud. There you go. There we go. There we go. Alright. I have all my brothers and close friends added on that. Alright. We haven't got chopped yet, and dude, your story was wild. A nice crown, by the way. Yeah, there were so many people at the No Kings rallies. That's crazy. But I was happy. People actually turned up and in mass. I was the last person at the protest. James, oh, well, expired chips. Expired chips saw. The hell is this? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Maybe we play a little... You can't even say this word anymore because of the fucking crazy dude associated with it. What is it? What's an alternative? A little jam. Guess there's nothing here. I don't need to send you the chat signal because you're already here, my brother. But yeah, we can... I mean, you also saw the game that I've been developing in private for like 2 years now. It's pretty much exactly as I was hoping it would be. In terms of gameplay, I just need to tidy some stuff up. But yeah, I'm excited. We were instructed not to go to work email not to go. Work email said that administration is looking for a reason to fire us and also need to come back later for that. You need to... Yeah. Oh, shit. I was reading chat. Please stay and guide me through this because I want to get as fast through it as I possibly can. It is amazing, by the way. The more I'm playing it, the more I like it, but I think they could have done away with the grind. I'm still on the rosary fence. We'll see, maybe by the end. I like what they did with the story of the rosary in addition to the shard bundles. Like, it's not my least favorite thing. Well, yeah, it probably is my least favorite thing, but it's not the worst thing ever, right? It's just, why do we have two of the same grind? Well, this one you only lose a little bit sometimes when you die too many times, and this you lose when you die, like it originally. So it's like, I wish that it was all one currency, because they function the same. That's my only gripe, but maybe they'll turn me on it towards the end, if I'm not completely on it, but... I can try. I love this game so much. Yeah, I beat it 2 days pre-nerf. It is annoying to grind. I could always get as far as possible, and then like back up the game data, and then from there go back a patch and try to play the game pre-patch for the challenge. I mean, I got all the way towards the end of the game, because I know that this is, like, the end segment. Just by the way it's laid out, like a Lindell or an Orlando. And you know what I'm talking about when I say that. Not everyone does. But I'm enjoying the themes of the zones, the stories of the characters, the little bugs, right? Not just their designs. Obviously, they're cute. They're funny, right? That's, like, part of the charm of this game. No, I didn't mean it like that. No worries. Let me see your map. I feel like I got halfway through the game just now. Like, this whole area might not have actually been the thing, and now that I've opened this up, I'm gonna circle the entire map. Or we currently have as much as we possibly can explored, minus like 2 or 3 zones. It's like the 2 alternatives. It's either the Elden Ring thing, where I have huge sections of the map I still need to go through, or I've gone through it. You have a lot more to do. Okay, that's, yeah, good. So what I'm probably gonna do to change the series up, because I do like the game and want to explore, is stream World of Warcraft and Silksong. Because the Legion event is so fucking fun, and I'm not dumb. I know that a lot of people like watching the Legion event. No, I'm dead. Get those 3 things on the map and it'll expand the map for you. Oh, what a place to spawn. I was reading chat. I thought it would spawn me, like, away from the enemies. I don't know why. Alright, we gotta play it safe. As I dive headfirst into the enemies. Okay, game. I heard the bounce, dude. I heard the bounce. What is this fucking game right now? Woo! Almost back into those things. Alright. Lock in for the platforming. There we go. And we're through. But yeah, I've been enjoying, gamers are eating good this year. Silksong finally released. Let's go through real quick and talk about all of the... First of all, because I did go to the protest, I'm not going to ignore your gripes and how fucked up that is that you're getting laid off because they shut down the shit, right? That's fucked up. You deserve to be paid for your work, right? And you should be able to work comfortably. All government employees should be able to. So that's just my take on that, right? More federal workers in better developed foundational infrastructure, not less in shittier, right? That's obviously where we should be progressing. Ooh, new enemy. That's a new one. Oh. Oh, fuck, he's got explosives. He's throwing lamps at me. He said the lamp, brother. Ow. Wait, hold on. You can't deflect him. Noted. Oh, but you get a fuck ton of energy if you hit him. Yeah, you don't have the last cloak. Luckily, after you get these 3 things, it picks up. You know, I am excited. I did get spoiled that there's a double jump, just because of shorts on Instagram. I've been trying to cater my algorithm to just do the memes and not so much the spoilers. I can't stop. I've heard that so many fucking times now because of my Instagram shorts, but I have been enjoying it. Can't say that it's not burned into my fucking brain now. But yeah. Do you have a nail upgrade yet? I think I got like 1 nail upgrade from the Deep Rock merchant forever ago with the materials. I just happened to find 2, and then I walked in there and it was like, oh cool, there's a fucking upgrade chick right here. Oh yeah, you have floatability. Once you get the 2nd jump, it is so much easier, yeah. There's so many things that I've gotten to that I've kited people like this over, right? I kited an enemy over, right? Like down a little bit, and then use them as the double jump. I got to areas I was very clearly not supposed to get to yet, and I was like, ah, shit. I'm not supposed to be here because now that that enemy is dead or won't follow me here, I can't double jump up to this ledge. So I've been cheesing the game, and there's many points that I got to now that I was like, okay, I definitely need a fucking double jump to get that, right? Or that. Excuse you. What's this? Ahead. It's either a boss that they're acting like is a merchant or a new cool NPC. Because this place, I don't trust it at all. Or Bellhome? I forgot what name is on the map. It's yellow. Do you have the Bell Heart unlocked by travel yet? What was that? You see that thing back there? What if I play a little... But yeah, I did like the whole unlock area for Bellheart. The whole previous zone, I explored like as much as possible every pass through. Every upgrade, I would go back through the map and go back through the map. So probably when I get the second upgrade here... Oh, I see. This is the right way to the marker. This one I can't get to yet. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to go down here first. Because I checked the other two. This one we got blocked off. I'm going to use red to show I can't get there yet. This one we can't get. This one we can't get. Yeah, okay. Bellheart is where dude upgrades your nail after you get free upgrades. So I saved the merchants. I did like every quest on every board as well so far. Also, where you are is safe. Okay. It's safe. There's a fucking snake in the background and the foreground. This is the least safe I've felt, but okay. Oh my god, he wraps around the whole goddamn building. Is he upstairs? I don't like this. Oh, that's a trap. Oh, and that's a definite breakable wall, right? Oh, it's broken. Okay, cool. Oh, I should explain how you can tell. It's the layering. You see like the parallax scrolling like that? Like the foreground webs are blocking this? This is very clearly an opening because look at the light in the background and what's lighting up, like right where my character's head is. Right? You can kind of see through the light that this wall is open. You can kind of push the light through it, so... That's how I could tell just sometimes by walking up. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking secret right there. If the wall isn't cracked... Like, this also looked cracked as shit, so I just expected it to be breakable, but you can walk into this one. Yeah, I don't want to spoil, but the guy is a nice guy. Okay, cool. We will rest. Is it going to be one of those things where I have to, like, beat a previous boss or come back here through a quest? How the fuck... I don't trust this in the slightest. Ooh, treasure. Okay, I trust it a little bit. What about you? Breakable? Huh? No, okay. I had a crazy ass experience in WoW though. I was explaining it earlier. But essentially something got data mined and I talked about it on stream and then I'm... Oh, fuck! He carries a precious cylinder. He must give it. Share it. Claw to claw. Nope, no fights. This whole area, this guy is just creepy. I do not trust him, but thank you. He is creepy. Pass it, and this vault keeper shall grant their wisdom. Just a small taste, a trickle, a glimmer of our citadel's sacred understandings. Give Psalm cylinder? I just picked it up. In the room that you are in, brother. What do I say no? Are we gonna throw hands? Part of me wants to say no just to see what the fuck is gonna happen. My Dark Souls theory is say no as many times as you can before you say yes. So that's crazy. Okay, Senior Slime, I'm headed into a meeting. Talk to you later. I was just about to ask about work and stuff. Okay, no worries, no worries. I hope you have a good one, brother. If you could leave me on for the dogs, I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna... Did you ever say no to this guy? You're still here? No worries. Oh yeah, but the data mine thing. I wouldn't have known that it was data mine. I would have thought that I dreamt it if I didn't leave a comment. on my video. But now I shall complain about government stuff while you're in this meeting. Dude, I wish there were saves that I could say no. Alright, fine, you can have the fucking cylinder. Whoa. Yes, yes, he gives. It is ours. I have passed the relic, Vault Keeper. Now uphold your promise and aid me with your insight. Fool, demanding of a Vault Keeper? Hers is impudence enough to bring death, if she did not carry the scent of weaver spawn. So you know something of my ancestry, learned bug. If it gains me favor here, then I'll accept your service in full. Dead, dead, your vicious kind are meant to be. Better methinks to stay as such. Whoa. But this one was taught. We back out here. What's up? We were just talking about the No Kings protests. Our boy Expired Chips, my mod here, works for the government. I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. But I get to, you know, express that to him, and he knows. He's not a big fan of the government, and he works for the government. So he's at least speaking from experience. But this one was taught. It shall fold its claws. It shall pass its knowledge as much as it gleaned. Only to a first child must a Vault Keeper defer. Psalm Cylinder. Voices of the Choir. So what's up? Saint Banshee. I know whomst you are, but I'm not gonna, obviously, frickin' dox my chat. But yeah, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Hope all is well. Hope the scares are going fantastic. I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. Exactly. But that, oh, we got a song with this. Keep safe, Vault Keeper. I may expect your service in future, and I'd not have you pass before that task is complete. Yeah. No fool, this keeper. It has lived long, watched its fellows wither, but it shall not die, not yet. Not while knowledge needs be sought. This pact is made, Weaver Spawn. Insight for us, both she and it. I've been scaring people all weekend with I hear the echo. That's so funny, dude. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's sick as fuck. They aren't ready. They aren't ready. This holy citadel in glory and fall, there are holes in its history, even to a keeper's knowledge, even to its vaults. Seek the cylinders she must, those objects of intricate insight. Yeah, sometimes I forget things. Bring more for this keeper, and only this keeper. For in this citadel none are left possessed of such sound, sharp mind as it. Okay, well, you're referring to yourself as it. What else can make you of sound mind? That's perfect. They have cast off their earthly form, and they understand we are just this mortal coil. God damn, you follow me around? That's scary as shit. Anyway, not a big fan of the government. It sucks that he was instructed not to go to the protests. And imagine all the people instructed not to go to the protest, and how many people showed up to the protest. My mod is who I'm explaining it to, or talking about. They said it in chat. I'm not, like, outing any private information. But yeah, that is fucking crazy, bro. I've known Expired Chip since like high school, middle school, and his sister and family and stuff. We've been on like vacations together, so love them like family. Crashed on their couch for some time in my youth. Much love to them. What the fuck? I thought that was the guy. I was like, damn, that didn't last long, the piece. He's immediately throwing hands, but no, it's a different guy. Let's see if there's anything down here. But yeah, the protests, of course, I wore a crown to the No Kings protest, but I made it obvious that I was an ally to the cause, complimenting people's signs and saying that I would give them the crown if I could, to share. Get fucking wrecked, bug boy. But yeah, it was honestly, it was a great experience. It made me feel of sound mind being around people of like mind, expressing their thoughts and going, you know what, I didn't think of it like that, and you're right, that is how I felt, right? It's crazy. An open dialogue helping you feel sane. Please, God, no. Oh, fuck. Thank you. Something tells me I probably was supposed to have the double jump for that, but they're game designers. They know people are gonna cheese shit. They wouldn't have put that jumping guy there next to a low ledge. They would have put that shit 10 miles up. Okay. I was like, I can't jump on this thing. Maybe hit it? But great time at the protest. Saw a lot of friends posting about themselves being at the protest. So I gotta move the lower... Oh, I see. Maybe you go up? No. Maybe this goes that way? Can I go back and forth? Okay, okay. So maybe you go that way? Up? Yeah! Oh, we're platforming, dude. And dudettes in chat. And those who disqualify themselves from societal norms. I really was happy at the protest. And yes, as he said, I wore a crown and recorded myself walking through the thing. Imagine wearing a crown to a protest where they're upset at kings and people cheer for you. God knows what that did to my fucking ego, but it was nice. It was nice. Donald Trump could never. As much as he would want to be king and want to be king, it's funny that people like us can do things like that, and it doesn't actually have a negative like connotation to everyone. We all know that we're joking, which is fantastic. Can I send that down? Send it that way. Send it this way. Send this down. No. Send this back down. Can I go over it? Okay. Oh yeah, I was like, dude, there's got to be a fucking part of this puzzle I'm not understanding. Okay. So now what? There we go. Yes! Okay, so now I can't send this back that way. Okay. This is the weirdest fucking puzzle, but I like it. Okay, whoa. Whoa! Alright. So now I can't get up onto that. I gotta send this back. This is a fucking weird-ass puzzle, but it's kind of cool. Went to No Kings in OC before Haunt. Surprisingly didn't see any police at all, which I thought was weird. But it was peaceful there. Was some MAGA counter-protesters, but everyone was peaceful. I got into a 5-hour conversation about religion with a dude who went there to hand out Bibles to people, and it ended with him literally saying, I hate religion, twice, and there was a moment where he just sat there staring at his feet as I was talking. He he brought up a good point, but I ended up, explaining how that point also kind of counters his theology and how he should follow that line of thinking, right? As respectful as I could. And I actually did see, I went to Westfield, Topanga Mall protest in Woodland Hills, West Hills, and the cops were there for a short while, but there was people like driving by honking and all this stuff. It was such a good time. People listening to music, people dancing in costumes, peaceful protest entirely. I was probably the least peaceful one there because I was arguing with someone the whole time. So as the last person there and the least peaceful, I can tell you, I watched the whole fucking thing. It was a peaceful protest. It was wonderful. People were explaining how they love America and why this is their expression of why and how they love America. Oh shit, maybe I send this sideways. I gotta send this one sideways? I gotta send this one sideways? Oh, I gotta send this one sideways! Oh, this is such a good puzzle. Oh, this puzzle. It made my brain feel like it's working, and then what? It goes up, and then it goes up. Oh my god, I'm a fucking genius. Who needs a guide? Who needs a fucking guide? Shit was wonderful. Oh my god! That puzzle was so good. Holy shit. I might have looked like a dipshit for a minute there, hitting the same thing back and forth at the bottom, but as soon as I figured it out and went back up and knocked the things around, oh, wonderful. Also, look at all the nails in the background. This is like the weapon rack room. Such a good puzzle. This game is great. I need to kill 2 more guys with nails. That reminds me. The fine pin. But, alright, everyone's shitting. Alright, I'll say this. I will at least take 1 victory lap. Only this one. Base puzzle that was smart as fuck. Yeah, actually. Puzzle pilled. Okay. I don't want to incite anyone. I'm not going to take sides or shit on anyone too long. But a couple of weeks ago, maybe even months ago, while I was playing Night Rain, I was explaining how a certain Twitch streamer was a bad person, right? Not because of like their political affiliations only, or because I didn't like them, or I was just a hate watcher. I went into depth explaining each nuanced point for like hours across multiple streams and why what they're doing is dangerous, right? On both sides. I was saying you are calling for violence against left-wing people who support you, right? Even though I try to be central, very Bernie Sanders-esque, right? He's my man. I was explaining how you are so-called left centrist, and yet you are saying that people are valid military targets, right? And I was saying how that's a dangerous rhetoric for the leftists, right? Because he was targeting leftists with it. He was specifically talking about a left-leaning political comedian. So that person is now getting shit on by the whole community at large. Clearly, I was right. And then also, I was complaining about Twitch and how they allowed that person to do that, and they were completely overlooking their own rules and TOS and how there could probably be a class action lawsuit by everyone who got banned on Twitch against Twitch for not truly enforcing their terms of service across the board evenly with very obvious evidence against them, right? Like, they are clearly picking a bias. There's footage of your biggest streamers breaking the terms of service, but you're enforcing it on smaller streamers that you don't agree with. Is it HP? Yeah, it is. So, I was explaining that months ago, and people were upset at me, right? Because I was just saying, hey, you shouldn't do that. And then Charlie Kirk got murdered, right? I'm not even going to go into all of this, because I already went through it all multiple times. But obviously I was right that that rhetoric is dangerous because that's what got him killed, and everyone is pointing out the irony in that, right? So it was like, yeah, if Hassan died, I don't want that, I don't wish that on anyone, but if Hassan died, the same thing would have happened, right? Look at the hypocrisy. He said that there were valid military targets and all this shit, right? That there's like an excusable evil, and then that excusable evil would have turned against them. So it's not good to acknowledge the violence, or it's not good to not acknowledge a violence rhetoric, because the criticism is people who like Charlie Kirk, right? I'm not even going to get super laughing at him. Let's just talk about it plainly for a second. Charlie Kirk clearly spoke his own death as an excusable thing, right? That's something that everyone kind of agrees on. People on both sides, people that hate him, people that did, right? He clearly agrees with the way that he died, maybe not in his final moments, but he said that it was okay. And then he died that way, and who knows if he really thought that in the end as he was taken away from his wife and kids. But, and I feel even kind of fucked up laughing, but I got dark humor, I'm sorry. If you don't like it, click off. But the whole thing with Hassan now, with the victory lap, is it's come full circle. Now he tortured his dog or whatever on stream, so now everyone's kind of shitting on him for the same reasons I said 2 months ago. Right? It's like, oh, you were just pretending to be a good person. It's all for show, right? They're all going and overanalyzing every single thing. And I'm like, you don't even have to look that hard. He was calling an old friend of his a valid military target and pretending that he didn't know his wife when they were in the same building and worked together for an extended period of time, right? He's just faking for internet clout. I don't care about that. I don't really care about internet clout. So I will go at length and explain how Obviously, I was right about that. I know people might be tuning in because I shared my stream in Hassan's Discord so that I couldn't be accused of being in an echo chamber, right? Only military practice HP knows is electrotherapy for his dog. Yeah, exactly. And I obviously love animals. I don't even like hitting animals in fucking video games, right? Because it's like, damn, that's sad, right? That's fucked up. Hearing the whimper of an animal as you kill it, it's fucked up. It's just sad. I mean, I'm not like a vegan or anything in real life. I'm a hypocrite. I'll at least acknowledge that. I should be working on myself as a better person, but I'm fucking human, right? That is something that Hassan won't do, is it acknowledge he's a human and makes mistakes, and the specific mistakes, and own up to them, right? That was my big criticism. It's like, you are saying that you don't want this kind of violence while calling other people violent, and then when people side with you, you say they're valid military targets in the past, but then you mix up past and present tense, which is very dangerous for your large audience that might only clip portions of it, or just, you have hate watchers that are going to clip portions of it. So of course that dangerous rhetoric is going to let out, regardless of how you feel about it. So you got to be very careful with your words. That's why I will talk at length about it, because if someone gets shared the clip and they go back and look at the fucking stream, it's like, yeah, he talks about it for 2 hours and he very clearly states his fucking opinion and point. I was saying how hypocritical it was that he didn't acknowledge his shortcomings and failures, right? Because that's the political commentary way. Deflect, right? Say, yeah, but they do it too. Look at the other side, right? It's like, it's not about sides right now. Because I have idiot family members who are right-wing that don't agree with how things are now, that I'm trying to get right onto our side by showing the common ground where we understand each other and what we truly want. So it's like his whole rhetoric and the way he talks to people and the way he he proclaims that people are doing purity tests like Charlie Kirk while he himself does the purity tests. There, right? I went through it all. I know I was right. But I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to beat a dead horse. I already talked about it back then. Everything I said still applies because I was right for the reasons that I talked about at length. So, yep, Hassan is an idiot and a hypocrite and just a violent dipshit, right? And as someone who loves science myself, right, I do computer science, I program, that is literally the college course that you would need to learn programming is computer science. I love astrophysics, I love theoretical physics, string theory, right, and that's not to flex my intelligence. I think I'm an idiot in all of those fields, but I love those fields, right? I love the work that all those people who are actually smart and at the forefront of those things, right, at those different types of learning, right, are actually contributing to humanity. Political science, bullshit, dumb, he's an idiot, and there is no science to what he does because of the hypocrisy. He guises it in pretending it's science, and he's not doing any follow-through. There's no hypothesis, theoretical, right, like stringing together of concepts to make an applicable, practicable method of something, right? He's just talking out of his ass all day, not actually practicing anything. If you were to practice, you'd go out and you would go to these protests, which I know he goes to the protests, and I won't even accuse him as it's just clout farming, bad show of faith. Maybe he actually wants to make a change in the world, but he has a large platform. And again, with the whole, like, Kamala Harris criticism, he says that Trump wouldn't be, or Kamala Harris would be as bad as Trump, right? That is one of Hassan Piker's criticisms. Now I feel with the No Kings protest, feel the states, right, all of our states and all of the foreign friends who agree with the No Kings can just right there with the biggest fucking protest in American history say, no, we all protested the biggest thing because of Trump. Kamala wouldn't have been as bad, and Hassan is a fucking moron. He should have used his larger political following to make a positive impact, but he is so theologically driven in secret, because I guess maybe it's like his daddy or something, because everyone analyzes his father's political ties and stuff. He's got daddy issues, and dipshit needs to go to therapy. That's my criticism of Hassan Piker. And now I won't beat the dead horse. Those are all the things that I know I was right about and I didn't explain before. Anywho, looking for goodies of your own, dear one? you do well to avoid the dark vaults near here, right? Like an art form like video games can contribute to conversations, like moving away from Hassan into larger, more productive and beautifully appreciated things unanimously, right? Like Silksong, the haters are complaining about how good the game is and how it is taken away from the indie scene because now everything will pale in comparison. If the only criticism anyone can levy at you is that you are too good, they're just dipshits. I will say that for you, okay? It's not nice. But I didn't make Silksong, right? I have no leverage. I don't get money for promoting it. I'm not sponsored. I was even complaining about the fucking grind of the rosaries. You know I don't like things in this game. But something like Silksong making these political affiliations and ties with the artwork in a peaceful way, like that protest to No Kings, it goes full circle into this. Making video games is way more productive, and that's why computer science contributes to it. So, beautiful. Anyway, they say the keepers inside were jealous hoarders even before the Silken Curse came down.
That's fine.
You have more familiarity with the Citadel than most, madam. How long have you spent here surviving amongst the haunted corridors?
Oh, no.
Long enough. Not such a bad lot, all told. The memories of my pilgrimage have all faded now. The life spent in the Citadel's golden halls was all I ever wished for. And lo and behold, my humble wish was granted. Certainly, or it's more like, and lo and behold, my humble wish was granted. Certainly the place might be a bit past its prime, but it'd be churlish of me to complain now, wouldn't it? Well, allow me to be the one that makes a difference then. I'll see you back at the shops. If you're going to keep skulking around here while I work, you may as well buy something. Take a look, dear. Don't be shy. I can't buy anything, but thank you for showing me. Spool extender and shard. Yep, that's what I'm saving for. That's what it feels like. Yep, that's what I'm gonna try and get. Okay, I need to kill this guy for the needle. Oh, and there was something else. It wasn't just Hassan. There was something else that I wanted to touch on that I was right about. Just the once. Oh, Twitch. Yeah, obviously. Everyone's mad at Twitch now because of the security, right? They're like, you don't actually run the show, you're making bajillions of dollars, and you didn't defend your own content creators. And then it turns out that, like, the security or whatever is fucking on break. Justice for Emiru. I don't really watch her. I used to be subscribed, and I unsubscribed as a hater. I will openly admit that. Because they worked with OTK and Mizkif, who, like, covered up for his friends sexually assaulting people, right? So that kind of, you know, you didn't garner any sympathies from me. But no one deserves to be fucking assaulted by their fans that are deranged, alright? And it's like kind of the Charlie Kirk thing. What if the crazy ass person had a knife or was trying to get violent? It's obviously bad, and that person needs protecting, and the forces that are supposed to defend people should be obviously used to defend people. Right now, the figureheads and managers are on break. We got like a big, we'll be back in 5 minutes sign that kind of summarizes our government. And even the larger corporations. Right? Women should feel safe, everyone should feel safe, but I mean, there are weirdos who prey upon them because of these old world social norms that are upheld by dipshits. So. And trans people, right? Non-binary trans people, they suffer from similar right-wing dipshit violent rhetoric of the, oh no, I'm not speaking violence against you, I'm not trying to hurt you, I just wish someone would kill you, is essentially what they're saying. It's like they're clearly deranged, clearly wrong, and they're fucking idiots if they're either evil or they're fucking idiots, right? That was my criticism before. You either do know what you're doing, and you're an asshole, and people see right through you, you just look like an evil piece of shit. Or you don't know what you're doing and an evil piece of shit has guided you wrong and you're dumb as fuck. Those are the two options now for racism. You're either a complete fucking backwards thinking moron, or you are trying to get people to think backwards because you are one step removed and also completely fucking wrong as a moron, right? Like, racism is wrong and bad, so obviously you're dumb and wrong, but you either know that and you're trying to get people to be racist because you're a piece of shit, or you don't know that and you're only racist because you're fucking dumb, right? It's like, it's just that simple right now. That's why I think the protests are so obviously happening in mass, because people are seeing through that stupid kind of violent way of thinking. Cool, I got rosaries. But that's not on one person and not harping on the same thing. It's more about the No Kings protest and our country as a whole. Now we're not beating a dead horse. Now we're just going back to something we didn't touch on much, but now is more topical since we've addressed other issues. It's just a racism. It's just bigotry. This thing I've always said is stupid and wrong? Yeah. Who would have thought? It's stupid and wrong. Fear not, brothers and sisters. If we work hard and keep our faith, the Citadel will provide for us. I have no doubt. So this is where the theology comes in, right? Are they placing their faith in the Citadel wrongfully as I make the changes, right? But then the thing that's making me want to change the Citadel is the Citadel itself, right? So though it might be me and my actions, the Citadel is what's driving me as the main character to want to help these people. So they are kind of right that it is the Citadel that is going to provide for them in the way that I will provide, because I need to fix the Citadel for my own well-being mentally, right? I think that might be where theology meets the confusing part. If you don't want to attribute it to the individuals, you're going to think it's some divine force, right? But then when it actually comes on like an individual level, the divine aspect is wrong. It's like, no, it's not the Citadel that's going to provide for you. It's me. But that's fine. I don't care. You can attribute it to the Citadel. I'm more worried about everything becoming better, right? Fuck. So we were instructed to go into the depths here. And yet no map. Oh wait, I think I know exactly where the map is. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Give me a bench? No? Alright. That's fine, I guess. Swoop. Looks like I just jumped down. You getting that on your map too, dude? He said yeah. Oh, and you can open a shortcut by attacking the fucking platform. Oh, that's so smart. Oh, that's so smart. Shortcut. Oh my god. And then this is the shortcut that I opened. And then we go this way. So you actually can't even go through right here. There's just a... This is the weirdest map shape. It's not right. Literally just wrong. There should be a big bar through the middle right there. Where we just came from. Okay, so you get underneath here and then you start opening shortcuts. Okay. This game is so good. Does it feel good to be right? I feel like it depends. I feel like at this point, There are times where I'm like, God, I hate being right. And then there are times where I'm like, I was so fucking right that I can't even stand straight right now. Oh my God. I need to dance. I'm sure everyone's kind of felt that. Where you're just like, I'm not crazy? Holy shit. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. It's like barely a shortcut. It might be better to... Wait. Is this part of the path? Do you need to hit that way? Wait a minute now. No. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh my God, we're filthy fucking rich. And add a lot of health. Ah, now I can't get back up there though. Huh. You. Money. Moving. And shmoney. Secret? Maybe? No? Okay. Woo! Can't just spam. Secret tunnel? No. Ah, so you need to hit this way. And then go up this way. Ah, okay. This is a weird ass puzzle, but I like it. Wait, what's the point though? Like a secret over here? Oh my God, there is a secret. That is the craziest fucking puzzle. I was like, why would it put me in a corner where there's actually nothing? It's because there wasn't nothing. The nothing was something. The something was a secret. Where the fuck am I? There's no map. I don't exist. Oh my God, we're rich. Secret in a secret in a secret? No. Wait, isn't there a wall that doesn't open up the right way here? I noticed where I am on the map. Is there not like a... No. That's weird. Maybe it's just blocked off. It's taking all of my willpower to not beat the dead horse. I'm gonna be honest at least. God damn. Do I want my victory lap. Ooh, money. So you gotta go around. Is this gonna open up too or no? Okay. So I need to get something. We were kind of close to the boss. You know where I'm supposed to head? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh my god. This is what they wanted. They wanted to give you a bunch of money in the rich people zone, but they realized that it wouldn't make sense without making the bugs giant. Now it kind of go against their theology of the game design, I think, because they wanted to be like the peaceful bugs. Getting to the top, not the bestial bugs. Oh my god! This game requires such quick inputs. Is there like a secret I can open up from down here? Fuck yeah, dude. What are these masks? O great land whose flame doth falter, whose choir conductors all doth fail, observe, take heart, that spark still burning, yon butterfly of crimson grace. All bells shall peal, and voices raise, when brave Trobeo steps at last upon the stage. What the fuck are you talking about? I could tell by the commas and the way that it was spaced out that it was to be read like a poem. But... oh, that's a stage right here that's below me, isn't it? That's literally a fucking stage drawn on the map. Is the floor gonna give out? No. That would have been such a sick time for the floor to just break. You fall down straight into a goddamn boss room. You're like, well... what's this? Oh my god. We've circled back around. Great bugs! You who weep as your kingdom fades, join me upon the stage. Together we shall inflame the passions of Farloom. Yeah, I did read this guy's thing. It's this guy. I literally was thinking this. That's so funny. So, how much money do I have? 400. So I could just go buy one of the masks right now before I go fight a boss. We've got to a boss room. That's definitely a boss. And I dove fucking spike first into my head. That's how fast that went. It worked backwards. Not head first into the spikes. Alright. Oh, and you can fast travel here. And you can fast travel here from here around other zones. Alright, I see. Blasted steps. We can't go here. Right, that's locked off. That's locked off. That's locked off. And there's another double jump somewhere that I haven't explored over here. Okay, it's marked. I believe that is every path that we can't get up marked. Actually, this entire thing, we don't have the key for this, which we'll probably get here. And then we'll have to like go down, circle around, drop down and through a zone or some shit. I'm looking forward to the map. And then how it opens up when we get a double jump. Okay, let's... can we fast travel up to this point, though? I don't even think you can. Okay, hold on. The first shrine or terminus, I actually don't even know. Songclave, the stage which falls close. Fuck, I actually don't even know where the hell. I think the first shrine. Let's go to terminus at the top, and then if it's not what I'm thinking of, the first shrine might be it. Due to unacceptably high injury and unsanctioned deaths, what the fuck is a sanctioned death? Ventrica travel shall henceforth be denied to all. For Farloom Eternal, a bug who serves must never die. That's interesting. Some lore. Alright. Not where I was trying to go. Maybe this? Thump. Fuck yeah. Alrighty then. One, two. Ooh, so close. Damn. I could do that. And that. There we go. I would like The Mask with Jim Carrey. I don't know. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. I don't know if it aged well. Thank you, fucking God. Everything does so much damage in this zone. Stop and share some of your rosaries before you go scurrying off again, dear one. I'm sure to have something that's to your liking. Alright. So this is 220, 120. So, I'm gonna need a lot. Wait, was it higher than this? Okay. Grand Bellway? I think this was the one right by the boss. I guess this is the beginning and the end. Hello, friend. Because I'm going to change the way that I stream. I say that all the time, and my streams have changed much throughout like the 2 years I've been streaming. But I have too many criticisms of streamers that it would be hypocritical of me to do the thing. Maybe I'm wrong. How about that? I'll say a sentence that Hassan would never say. Maybe I'm wrong in the way that people are getting like their streamer money is ethical and all sound. There's no... The people aren't making money off children gambling, right? Or any other unproductive... Is this the... No, the stage was even further below. Fuck yeah. Right into the goddamn spikes again. But yeah, who knows? Maybe there are streamers who are doing it the right way, right? Who am I? I don't know the way they run their business. Is it just so happens that most people publicly run it in a way that isn't ethical, so we could make fun of them? Yeah, that is a thing that keeps happening. That is a thing that keeps happening. Kind of like what I said with Emiru? Emmy? Right, I think they call her? Emiru. I was subscribed. forever ago. It was like I played WoW with Asmongold back before the drop off into derangedness for clickbait troll drama that they kind of fell into. They like went away from WoW content and more into like dipshit content. So I stopped playing games with him. I was on his stream. He wasn't just. I didn't stream at the time, but if you go back and watch his BFA streams, I am a tank in his streams because I'm one of the only people who's geared enough to tank. As soon as I queued, he would just accept me into the party because I was just geared as fuck. So it's not like I knew him well. I just was like, oh fuck, you have a big raid going on for the kind of content I'm doing. So I would play with him. I didn't really talk much. But I was subscribed, right, before I unsubscribed for the reasons that I just explained. So because of playing with Asmin, I was subscribed to Emmy, right? I think this is her name. Emiru? I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong no matter how I say it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how the fuck to say her name. I know I could easily bandwagon and be like, oh, it was wrong. Of course it was wrong. But no, I don't know her. Of course it was wrong, but it's not because I was a fan. And if you go through my comments and stuff, you would probably find that I'm the opposite of a fan. I don't like hate watch. I just step away. I'm like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. You are cool with someone who is currently trying to sweep it under the rug. I think that is the biggest problem, right? It wasn't that they had done anything in the past, because they didn't do it at the time. It was their response to it of sweeping it under the rug and downplaying it, and you know, if victims come out and talk about it, just making the victims feel bad about themselves. That whole saga of OTK made me kind of stop playing games with them, but also stop watching them entirely. I know that I feel like the way that I played games with them was like a public way, right? Like a lot of people played. It wasn't just like I was invited or anything. Don't want to make it sound like that. I did not know them. I'm not their friends. I would say I'm not your friends, but there's literally friends of mine in chat talking to me today. So I am my chat's friends, but not everyone in my chat. I know there are hate watchers and stuff. Like I said, I'm not really trying to make an echo chamber. I want like-minded individuals, but through conversation of what we disagree on. So whether it be game design or the world, right? I want to keep it real. I don't give a fuck. If that costs me subscribers or sponsors or whatever, that's not why I'm here. I know that Moist Critical was just talking about. I want to read this properly, so I'm gonna give it a sec. But I know Moist Critical was talking about like stopping donations and all that shit. And for people that large, I feel bad that he's getting flack, because like me, right? I think it's a good thing that he's doing it because he makes revenue enough. But I wouldn't have faulted him for keeping it on, because that's just the system, right? And also, I don't make money off this. I'm here for the love of the game. And it's making me enjoy it way more. Rather than worrying about like, oh my god, I can't say this because the algorithm won't push me or the sponsors. What ends up happening is I said the thing that was on my mind, and then like 3 months later, everyone catches up. And I'm like, yeah, I thought we all felt that way, but I guess some people are fucking morons. I don't know. It's also like a favoritism. The people who I shared my criticisms of Hassan with, who were I know I said I wouldn't talk about it, but this is a different topic about echo chambers. I shared it into a Discord. I could make it not about him by just saying it like this. I shared it into a Discord of people who don't agree with my views so that they could come and argue. They came, right, because I unlisted the video so no one could find it anywhere but that Discord, and the views went up. It's the only place I shared one of my streams. So I know that I got viewers from there, and I consistently did it to make sure no one argued against me, right? I didn't get any hate comments. I didn't get anyone telling me I was wrong, despite sharing it straight into the opposition's like echo chamber, right? That's the best way to test your ideas. I don't know if you can disprove me, but I'm not scared of it. That's actually what I want. So I'm going to share it to you because you disagree with me. And if you stay quiet, if you shy away from the conversation, if you deflect, if you try to go somewhere else and digress, I know you're just a fucking pussy. So, oh drab. Wait, I'll do the Stamper voice. Oh drab and trembling squib. You who timidly step upon the great sage. Can't really do it, hold on. Let me warm up. I can't do Stamper's voice anymore. I'm like, I gotta get some water. Give me a minute, and then we'll go full blast into this. This is a boss room that I'm standing in, so we're about to fight a boss. Well, that was funny. Someone's here helping my grandma, and I just walked out of my pajamas. I had to change real quick and go back to talk to him. That was good, though. Productive. Got some water. Oh, drab and trembling squib. Or I was going to do the Stamper voice. Hold on. I actually have to require... it requires me hearing the voice. It's not... I think he's problematic now, but I was... I did the voice for the first jump around character in the first game, the Grim Troop. So I feel like it is like something I can tie back into this guy. Or maybe I should give him a completely different voice because I used that voice already on someone else. Oh, I just remembered how it goes. Cast away your fear and join me as a partner. There you go. Volume's flame may flicker, but together we shall spark it ablaze. That's a kinda. I'm doing it terrible now because I still need water, but okay. I'm gonna go with how he sounds because I just heard his bug voice in the background. Let us enliven this citadel. He sounds more like a deep kind of like that. God. My voice is like hoarse from screaming at the protests and just talking nonstop. Oh, also, when you're in a conversation with the boys and the girls, right? We don't discriminate here. For hours and hours, just screaming and making jokes and joyous events taking place in the game. You lose your voice. It happens. Let us enliven... Okay, he goes deep. Let us enliven this citadel's lost silence. Let us rouse the soul of this once great land. There we go. Drum roll, please. Oh, it's got the Grim Troop smoke. Oh, my eyes. Ow. The trap doors. That's a funny particle effect. Whoa, fireworks. Alright, didn't go up the wall. Alright, I'm dead. I kind of wanted to just witness. He's like, haha! That's the voice I'll give him. Alright. That's alright. Okay, not as good. Ow. Alright, now you guys gotta give me some health back at least. Okay. All right. Shata. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh shit, he dodged me. That's a new one. Oh, and you can pop those. That's good enough. Oh. Okay, ow. You can't pop them. You could parry them though. Maybe you pop them when they're in that mode? Ow. Oh, what the fuck? I was like, I just healed, and then I'm dead again. Well, fuck. This is gonna suck. I feel like it's not even the hypocrisy that's the issue at this point with some people online, right? Because I'm sure they... Look, I can obviously point to the glaring hypocrisy that, of course, Emeru doesn't want to get assaulted sexually in public, and the ironic twist that her fame comes from collabing with someone who swept sexual assault under the rug, right? I didn't watch her video. I don't know what the fuck she talked about in her video. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not a fake fan. I'm not a fan, right? And even when I guess that's the most important thing. Even when haters agree that it's bad what happened to you, right? You could use that as like a see. It was bad. It's like, look, I'm a fucking hater, but even I could say that shit was wrong. Hater with dark humor, that's like, yeah, of course. Fucking laugh at that shit, but not the assault part. Irony? Yes. Violence? Nah. Oh my god, they're kicking the shit out of me. Oh my god, I thought it would stop. Okay. So the walls are not safe at all. That's what I just learned. As soon as you go there, he just throws orbs into the corner. They can bounce straight up and down and explode. So just don't go near the walls unless you have to dodge off of them. Oh, but yeah, I think it's obviously bad that it happened to her, period. And, or you shouldn't start a sentence with and, but, and, It is crazy ironic. The levels of irony that keep taking place on Twitch. That is the... I guess I can levy the truest criticism. That is what you excused, right? And why I was mad in the first place. So again, it's more along the lines of it's about me being right and not about you being wrong. Of course I was right that it's bad that that happened. But I said that shit forever ago when I said I didn't like you, right? I said you were downplaying sexual assault, right, Emmy, by... I don't think they hear me, obviously, but obvious criticism. Oh my god. They're downplaying sexual assault by collabing with and promoting someone who literally downplayed sexual assault. So. And that's why it's like the whole lawsuit thing and no one needs a lawsuit to prove like something that you could convince someone, hey, just tell them that you're wrong, right? You could settle it. You have a settlement before you even get to that point. But like having to sue people for like just the whole saga was pretty bad. Left a bad taste. The reactions, the main thing that I feel just screwed their chances for any open dialogue where I respect it is Ms. Kip, who made a joke about sexual assault on his stream by watching the sexual assault video, right? Like he literally watched a video as a joke that is one of those sexual assault is bad. You shouldn't make a joke about sexual assault being bad, you fucking dipshit. So that was my criticism way forever ago, right? And people were like, no, we like Ms. Kiff, we like these guys, they're funny. And now the criticism is, whoa, 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 the community's getting out of hand because of this sexual assault. It's like, yes, and you know who propagated it and promoted that and made it seem like it was okay to do that shit? Their organization. Period. Full stop. That's the end. That's the hypocrisy, that's the irony, that's the criticism. That's why I'm like, I don't fucking care about all the people who are trying to tell me what's right and wrong. I already said that shit like 2 years ago when I didn't want to collab with them, right? It's because, duh, if you go back and watch me play Classic WoW, that's what I was fucking saying about them. And that's why I was making it like, oh, these guys are in OnlyFans? Well, they're fucking losers, but I'm not gonna guilt by association them. They just don't understand, or they do, and that's worse, right? That they are downplaying sexual assault. Now that it's one of their own, now that it's a pretty girl that's their friend that got sexually assaulted, it's bad. It's like, no, it was always bad, and you guys propagated it, and you're fucking idiots. That's my criticism. It's mean, but it's true. And it needs to be mean because it's fucking with people's lives, right? That aren't famous. The normal people who don't get a platform like Emiru and a bunch of people siding with them, right? Someone without a platform that shit happens to, they just suffer, right? And you're propagating that. That's why it's like, no, you're still bad. It's just also bad that it happened to you, okay? Which I feel like is a constant thing that's happening right now. It is bad, and hopefully this teaches you it's bad because you've been downplaying it. That's pretty much the whole complaint there, levied against them. I think it's bad. I side with you that it's bad, but now you have to at least acknowledge that you are siding with me now. This is how I've always felt, and my criticisms of you, right? And even if it's not me specifically, you gotta at least acknowledge that other people might feel that way. Damn it, I tried to jump and heal. So, it's like not even shaming the person for the sexual assault, it's you propagated this, right? You were the reason this shit is prevalent on Twitch by excusing it with a whole organization. If everyone wants to be like the most famous org, and the most famous org excuses sexual assault, do some mental fucking math there, instead of some mental fucking gymnastics, you dipshit, right? All the people who are fans of theirs, right? It's like, oh my god. It's bad. It's always been bad. You don't get any cookies for acknowledging something that everyone has already known this whole fucking time. I'm not gonna give you props. I'm gonna say welcome aboard, and you were fucking stupid that whole time that you were downplaying that shit. Okay? Because now you understand that it's a real problem. You cannot parry this tornado, I am now understanding, I just tried. There's no parries in that fight. You can parry, but then the next tornado hit will get you. So hopefully I will watch her video to see if they even talk about the topics that I'm talking about, right? I doubt they'll address the hypocrisy and all that shit. I don't think it is passing the oh my god, you fucking arrived and did damage to me. That's crazy. I don't think it's this is taking all of my brain power to talk about how stupid people are on Twitch. It's like, yeah, everyone's mad at Twitch now for doing that shit. You know who are the most prevalent people that do this shit on Twitch? Her friends. Right? And again, it sucks that they had to go through a lawsuit to talk about that shit, but it's like the way that they went about it was the worst possible PR way to go about it, because they actually went about it like a PR firm, right? They didn't talk to the people, they didn't talk to their Twitch chat, they didn't actually address the issue. They made a joke about it and then had like PR copy-paste statement, which I thought was pretty fucking dumb of them. So that shit, it sucks. And it sucks because she is now a victim of her friends, and I wonder how she's gonna have to do mental gymnastics, right? It's like, yeah, Twitch has a prevalent disrespect of women. You know who, again, you know why that is? It's almost as if the most famous streamers on Twitch hypersexualize women and show nudes all the time, like Hassan, or they just straight up hide sexual assault and then take it to court instead of the public court of opinion, right? Which is where their viewership depends on. Because if you actually had any, again, it's not even a question. You wouldn't have made the joke playing that video, right, Ms. Kiff, about making a joke about sexual assault if you actually felt that way. It was a clearly PR firm move. You joked about it, and maybe after some time of experiencing like conversation or experienced conversations, not you being experienced, but with people who are experienced, maybe they will be able to teach you. But going straight from joking about it to, oh, actually, I'm sorry because of the public backlash, it's like, that's just PR firm shit. Especially after you become an organization and hire a PR firm, right? It's pretty obvious what the fuck happened there. So it's like they don't really respect the intelligence of people. Fuck. I'm just gonna heal to get the magic back. Their viewers, right? As someone who was a viewer, now turned... I don't even want to say full-blown hater, because it's like, I don't even watch their shit. I click the don't even recommend this shit to me on... Like, there's a button specifically like, just block this person's content for me, because I don't want to see it. I hope if you don't like my content, you press that button, because that is the truth, right? It's a shitty truth, but it is the truth. It doesn't matter how pretty she is. It is bad that it happened to her, and she played a hand in propagating. So, she should acknowledge that she did that if she actually wants to make meaningful progress. It's not like a justice thing. It's nothing about her being a woman, right, and not blaming the victim. I'm siding with her that it is bad that that happened, but also pointing out, you allowed this shit to happen, bro. What the fuck? Are you crazy? Right? As one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, or part of the biggest organization on Twitch, constantly collabing with people like Hassan, or even if it's just debating, people like XQC who sell gambling to children, right? Or make a plea for gambling to children. They don't sell it to children. They have to, when I say sell it, I mean they have to make an argument for it, right? That's what it means. But you gotta choose your words carefully. That is literally what they're doing, right? With their lower viewership. And then they can always make the argument, well, my Twitch numbers say that older people watch me. Yeah, and as a like 17-year-old, 16-year-old, I lied to get on Facebook about my age, right? It's not, you can't just be like, oh, well, the numbers. It's like, yeah, that's a good way to shirk responsibility and blame the children who lie, right, that don't know better. It's like, you should talk to the parents about it, is honestly the problem. But you at least have to acknowledge you're a bad actor. You are part of the problem with all of this shit. As a streamer who doesn't care to fucking collab with idiots, has real friends that don't actually stream, right? And some that still come into my stream after talking at length about these things with them, right? It's, maybe you should have people that challenge your fucking ideals. And, not just block everyone that disagrees with you. I don't think they even block people that disagree with them, but they have in the past. I don't know about this topic, but that is a big thing with the collab blacklist, right? Don't work with that person. They're crazy. Why are they crazy? Well, they pointed out how crazy I was. That makes them crazy. God damn it. Oh my god! I tried to duck the 2, and then a third one came out later, went straight for me. The 2 went up, I ducked forward, and then the third one shot at me straight forward, like, fuck, dude. Ugh. But yeah, I don't do that victim blaming shit. It is not her fault that that guy is a fucking lunatic that did that to her, right? It's just, you have to acknowledge and know that those crazy people are out there, and you can't propagate that shit by promoting people who downplay sexual assault like all of the people in that PR firm ass organization, right? It went from, oh, we talk to the community and we actually play games with people, to like, don't stream with strangers kind of thing. And it's like, it was night and day when they got the PR firm. Like, only stream with org approved. It's kind of like the government thing. Only government approved friends. You can't have friends that are outside of your organization. No friends who are not government approved. The government being the organization, right? Like, oh god. I mean, I don't even want to be their friend. It's just like the reason that that's a problem is the people who the reason they're doing that is because no one wanted to hang out with them because of that sexual assault joke that Mizkif made, right? So if you collab with them, they would easily punch down at you. Like, why are you fucking with that guy, right? You're just as bad as like Hollywood or anything like that, and all those problems there. Even if it's not true, the method that they went about it, right, to just cover the legal basis, the way that they went about responding to it, again, it doesn't matter if it's true. If I were to get up a video that is like a HR firm sexual assault is wrong video, but watch it as a joke to make fun of the circumstance, you are making fun of sexual assault. The whole circumstance, because that's the circumstance, that's the butt of the joke, that's the joke you're making, that's the context of your joke, that's the content of your joke, right? You're talking about that video about sexual assault, so there's no way you can cut it. Mizkif's a fucking weirdo, and everyone in OTK propagated that sexual assault is okay on Twitch. And that's a sad thing to say, because it's the opposite of victim blaming, right? It's like, she is a victim of her friends, and I hope she realizes that, cuts ties with them, and is able to openly criticize that kind of behavior without seeming like a hypocrite for being part of it. I don't even know if she's with OTK, because like I said, I fucking stopped watching, but all of the people who are talking about it, right, who are friends with her, seem to be part of OTK. So it's the only reason it's circled back around to that. Please, boss. I feel like I had your attack pattern and then immediately... God damn. Also, if you like those guys, I'm sorry. But also, not that sorry. Sorry for you liking them, is a better thing. Sorry that you were lied to by your favorite content creators. That sucks. I'm sure there are people who don't even know the whole sexual assault situation I'm talking about, because they're all talking about, like, Emaru, and it was, like, more than 2 months ago. But, yeah. Ugh, that sucks so bad. As someone who suffered through situations I think, again, it isn't her fault, but she played a role in the other people who are definitely at fault, right? Because they, by definition, downplayed that shit, right? They said it isn't that bad with a joke. They wrote it off as a joke. They think it's something to joke about, right? Your own friends making jokes at your expense, right? Again, it's not her fault that her friends are douchebags that did that. She's not responsible for their chat, right? But it was her friend's chat, the people she collabs with, right? Obviously, the guy is a fan, even if he's a fucked up fan. So it's like, well, that means he watches you. Hopefully, he didn't watch Mizkif, because then that would be a direct tie to be like, well, he thought that it was okay because his favorite streamer wrote it off. Like, it would be a direct thing of what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, theoretically, that's the worst situation to be in, right? Your friends were making fun of the situation. How do you even confide in them, right? They downplayed what happened to you in the past. They can't even try to seem genuine now because they are fucking assholes about it, right? They didn't go deeper into their apology. They didn't show that they meant it. They just wrote it off and then they did a PR stunt ass response. All right, phase 2. I knew I was making progress, but goddamn. It's just, you gotta feel bad for her. But I know that that is a big thing that a lot of streamers were talking about, and it is the subject of like why everyone, another reason why I'm right? Another subject that I was talking about forever ago. God damn it! I tried to bump off of him, but I barely missed. You go back and look, I swiped down into the tornado that killed me instead of hitting him. Fuck me. It's like 1 pixel off of bouncing and living there. Fuck me, and I just increased my maximum health. But yeah. Those guys on Twitch, damn, that sucks. But yeah, it sounded almost victim blaming, but I'm blaming the friends of the victim because they literally propagated that. So, if you're worried about OTK fans, even if you don't want to consider them a fan, right? They are obviously, they know who the fuck you are and like you so much to do something like that. It's fucked up, right? But it's also fortunate that they didn't have like a knife and weren't violent, right? They did something that a fucking crazed fan would do, not so much a crazed hater. A crazed hater would act violently, and I don't even think they're a hater at that point. They're just deranged, and they hate something that they think you stand for, because like attacking a person physically, if they aren't, you know, like speaking direct violence into your life. Like, if they aren't calling for your assassination, oh my god, I tried to heal. Oh man, I needed to stay up into the corner, but I got worried that that orb was gonna bounce straight into that corner and kill me. It got me anyway. It's a random trajectory for those, so I actually can't account for where they're gonna go. I just have to be careful. Heal after they come out. But yeah. She is obviously the victim in this situation, but I feel it is more than just a victim of like that clear like lunatic. It's like, this is a problem on Twitch, right? They clearly sexualize their Dan Goon Clancy or whatever they call him. Like, they sexualize the viewer or the streamers a lot. He's like following a bunch of that, which, you get that bad, girl, but when your boss, like, that's an ethical dilemma, right? Your boss is sexually attracted to you. That's crazy. I feel bad for most of those girls who, like, sexualize themselves. I don't want to get like sexist on it. Like if they want to feel good about themselves and it's not about the viewership, that's good. But you know, because it's like you do what you want with your body, right? No one should police or parent you, right? When you're a grown-ass woman. But again, it is definitely a conflict of interest when you're deciding who gets banned and you're subscribed to them specifically to look at them because you're attracted to them. Like the CEO of Twitch, right? Which is what a lot of people were complaining about, not just me. I'm not like a genius who deciphered that. That's just a public complaint I've seen a lot of people, right? So I feel bad for them. Because it's not the sexualization that's a problem, I'll say. It is the conflict of interest in the ownership, right? Because then they don't care to protect you. They agree with the dude who sexually assaulted you because they... I know that's fucked up to say, but they find you attractive, right? It's like a weird secret attraction too with Dan Clancy, because most of the stuff that I hear is that it's some like leak on like, oh, did you see who he follows? You can like find it through like this one clip where he shows his phone and it's just like a bunch of like women and stuff that, again, there's no problem with that. It's the fact that he's the owner of the website. It's like there's a clear bias there, right? Why the terms of service are not getting distributed evenly, and then it goes into why Twitch has that problem. Well, the guy at the helm is a fucking gooner, right? So obviously there might be a little bit of a problem with that kind of behavior on the platform, and why he didn't punish like OTK for downplaying those things when there was a problem, right? Like that's like a big organization on your website. It all comes back to the money, I think. Is like, well, the chairmen are happy, right, with the amount of money we're making, so who cares if a couple people get like disrespected, rather than actually thinking, oh well, we should always make it as like best we can to also work towards improvement non-stop, right? They think, okay, we're good enough right now, we're making money, so fuck them. And the way that they say fuck them ends up being they don't care that you get sexualized because that's why they're subscribed to you, right? That is literally the problem that's happening on Twitch. People are saying that it's not fair because they're sexualizing... Damn it, I tried to step too far from... Or, well, I tried to step away from the explosion, but I got cut off by another fucking explosion. This boss is crazy, dude. I should lock in, but I feel like that's an important subject. It's at least important to me. Not the people that it happened to. I don't know them, and I don't really watch them, and again, I would be a hater. But for all that shit that I just said, it's nothing personal, right? It's not like I know them personally. It's something they did to me because of their emotional. It's like, no, and again, it wasn't like a personal attack that they did. That's why I'm like, whatever. It's just sad what happened to her, and she's clearly a victim that's fucked up. But the people I don't like that, again, propagated that shit, I have no problem calling out, which is a big problem on Twitch. Like, a lot of people say I don't want to call out Hassan, right, because of his viewers, and then crash cut to me where I'm like, I'm going to link my stream where I'm calling out Hassan in Hassan's Discord for his viewers to come and criticize me, right? It's like, I'm a bit different. I'm built different when it comes to that, I guess. I don't care if they want to argue because I am... What do they say? Standing on business. It doesn't matter how much you say it, right? I even unlisted some of the streams that I was clearly right, and all of the talking points that I talked about, just because I was cleaning up my streams the other day, and I was like, well, I say the same thing in the numbered streams, so I could just get rid of these because it's just rehashing the same thing. So it sucks, but I mean, I've already said all this shit. It doesn't change the fact that it's bad. It doesn't change the fact that people feel this way. It's just the most famous and powerful can be a vocal minority that makes it feel like, oh, I can't stand against these guys because their fans will hate me, or they'll be able to fund against me in research or whatever, which is a larger problem with the world, which I don't think people would even say on Twitch. A lot of Twitch streamers want that collab clout, or want the clout from people who they probably don't really like. I can't believe that you threw that shit 10 miles away and got me with it. Literally, there was nowhere on screen safe because of that move. I got fucked. There's one maybe. If I ran up the wall to the furthest top corner away, as far as I can get, then maybe. Maybe. Ugh. But yeah. I was cleaning up the Elden Ring Night Rain videos. I realized there was a bunch of unnumbered ones of me just doing things out of order and just having fun. And I liked those streams, but they didn't have a lot of views. And I then started it up with a numbered series and was like, oh shit. I think there's a place for numbered series and a place for just chilling stream like WoW. I think that's where Asmon got his like viewership from, and why I think it's weird that he went away from it and then had to be like a political commentator, because I don't know what the fuck happened. Half the shit he says, I'm like, are you, as a game designer, you're just a fucking idiot. Like, actually. No wonder most of the games under like their umbrella ended up sucking or not popping off that hard. It's sad to say, but they're not game designers. They didn't like study game design, they just played games. I mean, I might have studied game design, but even then, after studying game design, you realize that it's more of like human design that you have to study. And games are just like a facet or facilitation, right? They facilitate different artworks. Like I've said, I'm so sad that I privated those tutorials, but I need to make them even better. But there was it's one of my most viewed streams. It has like 60 something views, and it's like an hour and a half long with like the most watch time in a long time, which is just me going over game design and why games are fucking bad nowadays. It's not like, oh, all games are bad. I was hyping up the good games while criticizing like the very corporate greed shill games. And who would have thought, as soon as you become corporate greedy organizations and have to paycheck, right? You have to worry about your paycheck. Your game ideas fucking suck. Oh my god, that sucks for OTK. But like their business model somehow was, let's pride ourselves in being gamers and then complain about all of the greedy shit that they could do while fucking up in the exact same way we criticized all of them for doing, because we want money. Like they literally showed their hand. They're like, we just want money. We don't care. We'll make the same shit. Knockoffs, contrived bullshit that's not actually good, right? It's just the same thing as, it's Risk of Rain but worse. I feel bad saying that for the game devs because I'm sure there are people, but it's more in favor of the game devs. I'm sure they wanted to make a game that wasn't Risk of Rain, but if you have a bunch of gamers telling you to make the game you're making like their favorite game, you're just going to get the most popular game at the time. You're not going to innovate. You're not going to make anything cool. You're not going to design a new system that hasn't been done before and have fun with that. You're going to have all these dipshit gamers telling you, make these systems that we like that already exist, right? It's not that there aren't gamers that are game designers. It's just if you listen to game players as designers, you're gonna have a lot of problems. I don't think it's like they can't innovate, right? Because that's elitist as fuck. But I think they showed that they cared more about the money, because, I mean, they just made contrived bullshit that's like literally exactly like other games that already exist with no new systems or anything, except Anime Girl. Like, they're just trying to do the same thing, but sex sells. They should just make porn games. Probably make more money. But that is a big thing that I realize is a criticism. That might not be the game that the developers want to make, though, which is what I really think as a developer. Getting told, like, if the developers wanted to make Risk of Rain, that's awesome. It's good that they actually had the ability to make that stuff, but I don't think they understand what contrived even means, right? That, like, to criticize them, to say that to them would fall on deaf ears. They don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? You made something that's just something that already exists, right? What is it? Mimicry is the best form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. It's like, yeah, you could copy me because that's all you can do, and I'm flattered that you're copying me, but you're not innovating. You're just making something like what I made, right? I made something great. Not me, I'm saying Silksong. They made something great because they made something new out of something old. They introduced new ideas. They designed a larger game. They added a new aesthetic that people actually like a lot with the bugs and the art form and the artwork. I say art form because it's like writing and cutscenes, all the stuff that they used, like full-blown animations for some of the cutscenes. Game design, right? They actually designed a fucking game, Silksong. But I've demoed the OTK games and stuff, and it gets back to they're just doing the same shit that they complained other people were doing, but now that they have the stage, making it come full circle, they're doing the same shit. They're like, if I was on stage, I wouldn't do any of that shit. Then they went on stage and did the exact 10-act performance that they were criticizing. It's like, actually, you would do the thing, apparently. I think they grew too big, right? When you have to do the PR firm thing, no one knows how to respond, it becomes a problem for them. So you can pop them when they're in the second stage. You can't... But this boss is exactly kind of the perfect reference. Full circle and topical. I feel bad for only one person in the situation, and it's obviously the victim, right? And I didn't even watch her video, so I can't criticize her directly for like what she responded with, but what I can criticize, right, and no one is exempt from criticism, is obviously it's bad, right? And your friends attributed or contributed to that problem. All of your friends, the whole organization, from the top down. Like the smaller streamers that are complicit, right, by being complacent. We talked about this in Elden Ring. They're getting paid, right? They're happy where they are streaming. If they were to speak out against it, they lose that nice little org sponsorship money. They're fucked, right? It ruins their life because they spoke the truth, which is depressing. And kind of where I think she would be more so, because she obviously thinks that it's bad what happened to her, but then it gets towards victim blaming, but I would have to know what she thinks, literally read her mind or just trust what she says, but I don't even know how she feels. So I can't blame her if I don't know what the fuck she feels about the situation. If she says that Twitch has a prevalent problem with this kind of behavior, right, against women, she's right. And she should probably call out all of the dipshits with her, right? But if she can't speak her truth because of the money thing, like we just went over 9 times, well, it's actually not even her fault. She's a victim of the system run by her friends who are using her for clout because she's a pretty girl. It's what everyone suspected, right? And then it's like internalized doubt. The people you thought were your friends are actually just using you, and they are pretending to care because you know they joked about your exact situation when a different girl was there, right? So you know how they feel. They went mask off, right? So unless you had a in-depth conversation about why it's bad and you know they changed their mind, you know that they still think that shit, and it was the PR firm, right? Because you actually work with them. So she's probably going through a lot, but none of it is actually her fault. She's not at fault. She didn't do a wrong that made this happen. There's a lot of wrong that she was near that made this happen, right? And that's why I feel even worse for her, because it's along the lines. Like I could see where people are going to start victim blaming her, like, oh, well, you were friends with Mizkif and you deserve it, which is insane. I don't think she deserved it. I think that's fucking deranged and stuff, but I already know the people like the dude who assaulted her that are gonna there are crazy people out there, right? So there's probably, even sadder to say, more viewers that agree, not more viewers that agree, but there are other people who agree with that deranged viewer, right? As many people would like to think of it as an isolated incident we need to speak out against. It's like, no, crazy people exist in the world, and that's why it's important to call it out when it's not your friend, right? Or call your friends out because you don't want to make it happen to random people, or make it seem like it's okay, and then it comes back around, right? Because it's just wrong. God damn. Okay, you cannot fucking hit those. Noted. So, again, it gets really close to blaming them, but it's just ironic that the org that she's a part of is part of the problem, one of the largest parts of the problem, right? Because it's not smaller content creators like me afraid of speaking their mind, it's content creators who want to be in an organization, right? Want to be part of the cool kids club, which I'll spell with K's because that's kind of their thinking. As they tokenize their friends. Instead of just saying like, oh, well, I have a bunch of friends and they're all different races and I actually don't even care what race they are, right? It's like the opposite. They're like, oh, well, I have a friend that's black, so we make those jokes, right? As someone who actually had friends, right, throughout my whole life of different colors and ethnicities and stuff, it's like I already know that that line of thinking is backwards. You shouldn't excuse your wrongdoings with someone else's right there. It's like, well, that just means that they're good people because they're still your friend after you being a fucking moron, right? It has nothing to, doesn't mean it's okay or acceptable. That just means they accepted it, right? And you're trying to excuse it. You're tokenizing your friend. You're using them as a token, and you're spending them. That's why they're called tokens, right? You're like, oh yeah, well, now that I used my whatever friend for that excuse, right? Everybody knows that I feel that way. And then they stop hanging out with them and shit. It's very racist, obviously. The subtle racisms, which I've, again, had friends who've complained to me that that has happened to them, right? And they're people of color or different ethnicities, and they know, right? It's like, well, I can trust you. You went through it, and you're a close friend of mine. I have no reason to doubt you. You're just opening up to me, and I'm not just gonna sympathize, but just hear you out, right? Be like, oh, damn, man. It's fucked up of that person, and calling it out when you see it is super important. That's why I don't give a fuck about that clout shit that they're all playing off of from the highest ends of YouTube, right? I'll say it even if it's mean. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. The problem is a lot of people use their feelings as shields, right? They're like, well, this hurt my feelings, so you can't say that I'm a bad person. Like, well, but you are a bad person. You're a bad person and it hurt your feelings. Probably hurt your feelings because you're a bad person. And you realize now that you're a bad person and what you were doing was wrong, right? So maybe now is exactly the time to fucking call you out on it. Because this is when you're thinking about it and you're not going to excuse it or write it off. So. Not a lot of people grew up arguing, it seems. I have a lot of friends that were afraid of conflict. Again, I've said this. I'm the guy that they send up to return their fucking Taco Bell order. Like, I don't want to talk to them. I'm like, they're just people, bro. Just be like, hey, man, I ordered this. I don't know if it's on the receipt. Maybe you remember me saying it. And, like, you know, the order I got is a little off from, like, what I ordered, right? Can we just fix it? People are way more responsive to that, right, than just being mean. So it's like, just be nice to the employee. They're the fucking human being, you weirdo. But my friends, I'm no longer friends with some of these people. That's why I'm saying it. And also lovingly to the friends that I do criticize openly. It's like, just tell them they got your fucking order wrong, bro. What are you talking about? They fucked your order up. That's their job. To work on your order. If you just let them know that they fucked up, they can fix it. You just let them know nicely. That's literally it. So it's, and then if you let them know nicely, and then they come back with an attitude, I think that's why my friends would send me up, because I'd be like, well, you fucked up. I know we said this, and you could check your goddamn cameras. That's kind of where I would go if pushed, but you don't start there, right? You don't start with the, I know I'm right. That's kind of what where I was at months ago, was maybe it's this, right? I was returning my friend's orders. Maybe you shouldn't hang out with people for clout. Maybe you should admit your hypocrisies and your wrongdoings, right? Because then people will understand, and your viewers who don't know better can learn and grow with you without making the same mistakes. No, I guess I'm just a fucking asshole and easy to make fun of because I'm mean, right? Maybe we could go with that. It's easier to say. It's sweeter on the tongue than I'm wrong. Oh my lord. So sometimes those orbs pop when I hit them, and then sometimes, like when I attack them, and sometimes they do damage to me. I don't know what it is, but I know I can now deflect them and move them out of my way. This boss is a pain in the ass. I don't know if they want me to fight this boss yet, but we're doing it. Fake friends. I've had many in my time. You could tell. Right? Treat others how you want to be treated. There we go. It's crazy that I haven't watched a video, but it keeps getting recommended to me because I'm a streamer, I guess, and it's just like they know that streamers want to watch it for like reaction content or discussing it. I think obviously it's fucking bad, but I've said this forever ago. Why beat a dead horse when it comes to that? I keep saying it, but it really is that. It's like, bro, I said this multiple times over the course of multiple months ago. I don't care to discuss it because I already know I'm right, but now is the point where I'm fucking sick of being right, right? I'm just openly criticizing people now. I'm fucking tired. It's a hot take to say that sexual assault and open assault is wrong, right? It's like, okay, well, I just know you're either a fucking monster or a moron, and I don't care to, like, argue with you. I'd rather just show you everyone agrees, right? Unanimously. Everyone kind of knows that. Of course it's wrong. This guy, like, coordinates his... Yeah, literally, I just checked. So he tries to hit you with the tornado. He'll position so that the tornado hits you. I'm now learning. It's an attack. But not like a preset attack. It's random bubbles... Right, because one of them just went the wrong way entirely. Fuck me. Okay, bro. So do you attack? Do you attack on the opposite direction? That's kind of a risky play, but... No, I was gonna jump to heal. I noticed the sparkles too late because he fucking exploded. Like, it took the whole screen up, his weakness or whatever the fuck it's called. Like when you hit someone and they become like weakened and you could just keep hitting them. Oh. I guess I had a lot to say about the sexual assault thing. I didn't even realize. Been yapping for like an hour about it. But I mean, it ties into all of the dialogue that we're having. Okay, so I want to test something with these orbs. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Can I... Yeah, okay, so you can pop them if you come at them from the way that the gas isn't pushing out. As soon as you hit them, they explode and there's no parry or iframe. It's like that. It's still gonna be hard to reposition, but it's good to know if you're under an orb and then you... Like this. Like that. Oh, see, I tried to hit it up. No. There was no jump afterwards. No, I thought he would come towards me. He went the opposite way. That's actually the first time that he went the other fucking way. I didn't know he could do that. After like an hour of fighting the boss. Oh, it did something new. Damn, bro. I am so... It just all of that to say, I'm so glad I don't stream on Twitch. Feels like Twitch is like all kinds of fucked. At first I was like, I'm going to stream on YouTube because I know they don't really support streaming. It's not as like it's not their big money maker. It's not as important to them. It's not like the infrastructure is based around streaming. They just took up streaming to compete with Twitch. So my streams don't get pushed as much as my videos, which I already know is true. Okay. I have one video that I just, like my newest video from forever ago, like a couple months now, is already at like almost 200 views, which is a lot for me. That's almost as many subscribers as I have. But oh my god, the fucking curtain blocked the projectile. It literally was coming towards me and I couldn't see it. This is such a stupid fucking boss fight for that reason. No wonder I keep getting hit. It happens here too. I thought that was happening. Should have dodged inward. God fucking damn it, dude. I was gonna try and bait out the tornado and dive down like this. Short hop and then dive. So that he shoots the tornado above me, but I couldn't. I just was not fast enough. This boss is fucking crazy. Just because it's random. There's two orbs that just shoot randomly and try to cut you off in the corners. And then there's one that kind of does a tracking delayed. So, and it's still kind of random. You can't tell if it goes up or not. Like that right there. And then that third one. And then those, I feel like, are also partially tracking. As a programmer, I already know exactly how you would do that. Or there's just so many particle effects on that no matter what, you're gonna probably get near something. God fucking damn it, bro. Oh my god. So that jump just showed me everything I needed to know. Oh, fuck you. Somebody fucking shoot me. That just did 3 hearts worth of damage. No wonder this shit's so fucking hard, bro. God damn. I just realized a nicer way to put it that's like exactly, it summarizes the whole thing I just spent an hour trying to describe. I guess that's why you talk about it for so long, right? So that you can come up with an easier way to summarize it. It's not that you can blame the victim, right? Because she has nothing to do with that crazy person's individual choice, right? So she's not to blame at all for it. However, and it's a very nuanced, important however, if she is limited from speaking out, right, about the thing by the people, specifically, like, if she can't say that, like, OTK played a role in it, in any sort of response, because of the way that, you know, they have handled it in the past, then she runs the risk of just being a hypocrite, right? And then everyone, all of her actual haters, I say I'm a hater, but, like, I'm more of a I don't really give a fuck about you kind of person. That's mean, but hey, it's nicer than being a hater. I just don't give a fuck. Oh my god, I couldn't hit him. I needed one more hit to fucking heal. I care about the state of live streaming, and also as you as an individual, right? I don't think that should have happened to you, regardless of who you are. That's why I'll use the royal you, like the royal we. But literal hypocrisy, right? That is, you're complaining about yourself as a woman being sexually assaulted while part of an organization that made a joke about women getting sexually assaulted, right? Even if it wasn't true and was disproven in a court of law or whatever the fuck they said, right? That actually has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. The joke that they did make on camera is one of the biggest problems, right? And that is an obvious, like, you're a fucking weirdo, that's still your boss, right? Obviously, they're not gonna want it talked about. Wow, I jumped up to heal and it still got me in the corner of the fucking room. Just gonna die and reset with full health. Holy fuck. So, it's not that she's to blame, she runs the risk of being a hypocrite, which is different. She has nothing to do with who's at fault. That guy's at fault. And anything that propagated it. And while she might not have directly, right, the indirect actions don't make her at fault, it just makes her a hypocrite, right? So if you want to address those issues, you have to, what is it, the pink elephant in the room? The pink stage dancer in the room? The showgirl, whatever this person is that I'm fighting right now? Burlesque bug? I don't know what the fuck we're fighting, if I'm being honest, but semi-topical. You have a brain. My god. Okay. There's no parry window. I'm trying, dude. I'm fucking trying. Okay, dude. No. Okay, bro. What? Oh my god, that was such a crazy combo. I fucking hit him and took so much damage and didn't hit him once. Like that just now. I swiped through his fucking brain. What do you mean I didn't hit him? No, my god. I'm not fast enough for this guy. I'm actually just not fast enough. All of the stuff that I'm trying to do, I get hit like a millisecond before. It's fucking me. And then because of the iframes, I phase through him, miss the next attack, and then take extra damage. So it's like, even taking my time, I get fucked up just because he's random as shit. Where is he gonna show up? Random. When is he gonna end his tornado? Random. He ended it in like a fucking half a second. Like actually didn't even go for 1 full second and then immediately shot the tornadoes off because he saw that they were gonna make contact. Like that right there, the only solution was run right here. Actually there was one solution and it was run face first into the goddamn wall. I think I just understood. Oh my god, he hit me like 3 fucking times back to back. There's no iframes. You actually just take damage. He hit me with the explosion and the spin at the same time. You're not supposed to be able to take damage more than once within a certain amount of time. So he actually just ignores iframes sometimes. That's fucked. I was like just counting my health and then immediately I heard the doo doo and like got hit twice in the same spot and died. So he actually killed me without, and there was 0 options. I couldn't press a button, and it wouldn't have mattered because it hit me within the same fucking frame. So that's bad. I don't want to say glitch, but goddamn. Like that looked like I hit the ball. I might have missed by like a pixel though. Oh my god, from like full health to no health. Well, it doesn't even make it over here if he's on the far side. Oh, fuck you. Oh wow, you kinda can parry it. Orb. Okay, we're good. No, I tried to bounce. Holy fuck, I parried that? Oh, and I died right when I got healing. God damn it, dude. Oh my god, we were doing so fucking good. Alright, right back into it. I don't give a shit. Let's go. Alright, we're good. Bring it on, you pompous fuck. Okay. How come I used to be able to dash towards him and now I can't hit that dash? I don't understand. It's like sometimes he moves faster. Oh my. Okay. Those orbs need adjusting because I'm definitely pressing the attack button right when they get to me. And I see my character attack through the fucking orb and then it just hits me anyway. You're supposed to be able to reflect those and when they're not exploding. That was... Oh, god damn it, dude. This fucking bug boss fight is busted. It's actually like 3 times. I've been trying to be very gracious, but holy fuck. How many times am I like, okay, well, this is the same, and now all of a sudden, it's not that it, I don't know if it glitched or just they made it inconsistent and on purpose through this fight, but there's definitely moments like that where I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to... Is it like when he jumps? Okay, that I know I fucking hit. I don't know if it... I don't know. I was trying to pay attention to his speed. If sometimes he starts on the ground and then sometimes he jumps up and then does the thing. Or like sometimes he's in the air when he starts and sometimes he goes from the ground up and then back down. I can't tell. If he's faster, we're resetting. Okay. I feel I have covered all of the things that I've been right about, and my room is hot as fuck. Give me a sec. Okay. Oh. I had to take my shirt off for a sec. I have fallen for that almost fucking exclusively. God fucking damn, bro. You're supposed to bounce off them a certain direction, but that's the only time I've seen out of all the enemies in the game Where if I hit them while they're attacking, I don't even get the bounce. Oh my god, it just happened again. At least that time was clear as day. You're supposed to bounce off them when you run attack. I hit him, nothing happened. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but that is literally not what the fucking game says is supposed to happen, and doesn't happen on 90% of the bosses and enemies in this game. Maybe he's supposed to be different and quirky because he's a... Oh, that was just dumb of me. I meant to dash to the right. That was a lot of damage. They actually need to adjust the hitboxes for that fucking bouncing shit. Because I actually was like, well, even though I hit it, I felt like it was about to hit me. Like exactly the same. Just make your balls bigger. Please, bro. AO. Fuck. I understand now. I understand now. It happened every time. How do I not realize? The second it shoots out 1, 2, 3. It doesn't shoot all 3 out at once. And the third one is a tracking shot. Look at it. No matter where you are, it will bounce over you like that. Right? And then you jump and they pop right in the middle of where you were. One of them will bounce to where you're at. I'm gonna stop whenever he does it just to show. See? That's crazy. So it's 2 random orbs and 1 tracking orb. It's semi-random. Oh, it is random and also a fuck you move. That's crazy. Fuck. See, that's the kind of shit that I don't understand. Many enemies in the game, it perfectly works. See, it would've... And then that one stops. Yeah, it wanted you to jump. That's crazy. It seems like it's gonna track you, but it is random whether it's gonna be up or down on you. Like if it's gonna shoot up or across. Like that one was gonna be across, so it was trying to stop me from jumping. But it's random. Sometimes it'll come downward and hit you. Okay, dude. So you don't have any parry or iframes during the tornado. I've done that exact thing before. You don't take damage on other enemies and bosses even. There are certain bosses where I've done that exact combo. You don't take anything from them, but that shit just fucking immediately did damage to me. Oh my god, that felt so good. Yeah, that boss sucked. Good design in terms of like visuals, but oh my god, it's actually random. 2 of the orbs shoot out across the arena and 1 tries to track you. You'll notice that. So, and then it's still random as to if it's gonna go horizontal or vertical when it explodes. So you can't just guarantee that you can dodge the same way if you just jump forward. So it's actually better to just stand still. But like for a game like this where a lot of it's movement based and stuff, that's not just counterintuitive, it's not like fun. You're running around dodging things, and the best way to dodge them is just wait while he's blowing up the whole stage and move like 1 inch to the left, 1 inch to the right. It's wait, like literally just hit him in the air. He's faking it. That's funny. But then just wait, and then step, and then step, and then step. Like that is the easiest way to fight this boss. And then when he comes out, you gotta hit him with mobility stuff, but... Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. Is he just pretending? Maybe, huh? Maybe? Song? That took well, that took like an hour and a half to beat that fucking boss. Maybe like an hour and 40 minutes. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Keep an eye on the walls for... Oh. Wait, what? Breakable stuff? I mean, I guess. Oh, it's hard not doing guilt by association when people make it very obvious what they feel. But you know, you never know. Is this a... Nope. Maybe in private they do argue about it with their friends and remain friends to try to convince them otherwise, right? Whatever the opposite of it is, so... I mean, to go on to good streaming news, Alveus, right? Fuck yeah, W for the animals. They got a whole sanctuary set up now, which is fucking awesome. What the hell? Where am I? Is this like a new area entirely? Well. Alright, dude. Do it again, see what happens. Oh, God. Alright, fine. No, I knew he was there. That's one of those times where it looks like I hit him. But I did not, in fact, hit him. Okay, it's asleep. That is funny. God. I was aware at how much health I was at. I didn't do it on purpose, but it was. I was at least aware that I was in danger when I said that. Can't pretend to be completely psyched out. Though I will say all of that contributes to everything that I was right about for the past couple months, which is crazy. You have 3 hearts worth of damage? Alright, let's go down and grab our souls. Realized we hadn't grabbed him yet. Uh-oh. This is all new shit. Scan the walls when you're in a place like this. You never know. This is really to open the shortcut. Oh, cool. Oh, we're gonna die down here, but that's fine. Anything secret? No? Oh, shit! Okay, well, good to know. So is this more of an aesthetic thing? With the lava here? Is it trying to tell me where to go next? Maybe not. I don't like that those are very clearly a set of legs and a pair of hands. I don't even want to know what kind of piercing is hanging off of that guy. Or girl. Huh? Maybe in here? This one's got gold. Or like an orb. Oh, well. Where the fuck am I? No steam passing through. So I gotta fix that. Whole new area? Or circling back around to a previous area, but through a whole new area? Okay, fucking goddamn, you put a bomb? A fucking bomb over here. Any secrets? Oh. Oh, hold on now. Oh, shit! Okay, hold on. Ooh, okay. No. What's this? I don't have the magma thing on, but let's see if we can get through it without. Oh, fuck. No! I tried to heal. I looked up at the heals, and it looked like it was glowing white enough, so I pressed the heal button. And then I fucking died. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, it's fucking bad.
Nope. Okay. Probably should have put the fire resistance on, but who needs it? Nope, not what I was trying to do. Get some health real quick. Alright. I don't like it. What the? That room's dangerous. Hey, how you doing? Half of the fleas? Oh, fuck, this game is huge. Oh my god, I bounced. I tried to jump off that corner right there and I just bounced off it, slid right into the lava. Fuck me. Hey, hey, what's up, Chips? I'm still playing. Oh, maybe not. I'm trying my best, man. I got... Oh, fuck me. Hope all is well. We were talking about the Twitch situation, like the TwitchCon situation. I realize I'm a streamer, so I should probably have some sort of opinion on it. Fuck me! Ugh. Just got off work. Can I ask a favor? I'm about to send something to you over Discord. Can you tell me if you can access the link? That's the fish. If you weren't literally the mod of my channel and a friend of mine, I'd be like, no, go fuck yourself. That's sketchy as shit. Well, of course, yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Do you want me to do it right now, or do you want me to do it like in a minute after I end stream? Hold on. It's a planner for my game. Hey, after lava. Okay, for sure. I'll check it out. Opening Discord right now. Oh, Discord's updating and starting. Give it a sec. I have to change my default browser. I have to log in, but it's accessing it. It opened up. I just have to log in. Here. There you go. This is what I see.
So once if I log in, I don't have an account for this. Do you want me to make one to check it? It's an organizer tool that I use. It's free, but I want to see if you can access it without link. Okay, give me a sec. Sign up. Yeah, no problem. I got you, buddy. You're the only one I would do this for. Don't log in. Oh? Uh-oh. I've already logged in. But it's taking me to the default app, so I'm just at the home. I'm not on your thing yet. I can log out. It's funny. You're like, don't log in! I'm like, ah, shit, I already did, dude. I did it. I'm sorry. Here. Hold on one sec. Let me check your link while I'm... You don't have permission to view this board. Log in as someone else. So when I'm not logged in, I can't view it. And when I am logged in, I can't view it. Here. I just did like an old email. Like sign up real quick. We're good. We're fine. You're good, dude. You're fine. Nah, I set the screen cap on your Discord. Okay, give me a sec. You want me to show it on Discord? Or do you want me to show it on stream? Does it matter? You can delete account. I am sorry. You don't have to apologize. How dare you give me access? How dare you recommend a tool that you intend on using because it's useful? I'm just kidding. Project title. I see. I see. That's all has some... I'm not going to read it out loud because I'm not sure if you want me to show this or not on stream, but I love it. You can show? All right. I will... here, let me warn you before you give consent. Some of my viewers are game designers. They follow me because of my game design tutorials that I uploaded on YouTube and streamed. So if I show this, there's a good chance that a game designer might see it and will make this. Or just get inspired by it. So are you sure? Are you sure you want me to show it? I mean, it is just like a concept thing, really early stages. Things might change, and I understand. Once you get like the foundational work done, you might have a new vision by the time... Because like a lot of games throughout history start as something small and then become like the next World of Warcraft, right? You have like World of Warcraft. It originally started as like a better version of EverQuest. That's what the developers did. Yeah, ideas are cheap, but work is hard. Yeah, that's true. I do like your ideas here. Out of respect for you, I am not going to show it, but mostly because... I'm like, cover you showing? Okay. Let me try to hide like one thing that I think you wouldn't want. I'm just gonna hug like Alright, fine. I'll show it. I believe in you. And the work is the hard part. Risk of Rain 2, but dogs. This will be your first promo. I'm promoing. No, I'm just kidding. Sponsored. Not sponsored. Not sponsored segment, but I'm doing it out of the hype. Because it actually does sound like a cool idea. Risk of Rain 2, but dogs. Unleashed. I love the name. And that's like what you mean by... This is what I mean by theming, right? This goes in with the theme of dogs, right? Unleashed. It's also going into the theme of gaining in exponential power, right? You did great naming it, and also... I guess you could use this as a legal proof of like, look, my concept existed before theirs, so maybe this is even better that I've shown it, because now you can argue in court, like, look, I've sent it to friends, I've talked about this. Anyway, milestone work. I try not to set milestones, but it's a problem for me. It's good that you are setting milestones. I mean, I'm working on the same kind of project for like 2 years on my end. The most productive parts is when I do a game jam and I have like a month or a week or like a weekend to make the game. That's typically like the best like productivity I've done, is when I'm like actually setting a milestone and achieving it before a certain date. But the best stuff that I've come up with is after that, working on the mechanics and fleshing them out and taking a break and taking it slow and understanding the concepts and how to change them around. Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be Risk of Rain 2. I just like core loop. I think, yeah, you understand game design. You're not like just copy pasting Risk of Rain. You like that Risk. It's like how Souls-like is its own genre now. Like how I'm playing Hollow Knight, which is a Souls-like, in that the way the checkpoints work are exactly the definition of a Souls game. You go from checkpoint to checkpoint, unlocking shortcuts in a Metroidvania world. Then when you die, you drop your souls. If you die again on the way back, they disappear. That is Demon Souls. That is a Souls-like because of Demon Souls, right? That is not just because it's a platformer. People can argue with it all they want. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like they can argue against game design all they want, but literally as someone who studied game design and makes games, that is the definition of, like, that is the definition of making something contrived, right? I don't think this is going to be contrived just because of the concept. You can flush it out, right? Like the idea and themes, you can sew it into everything, like the basic core movement. You already have core mechanics written out, right? Multiple enemies, item systems, stacking buffs, difficulty scaling over time, level progression, boss room. Here, I'll do something unheard of. Next stream, I'm going to go completely free roam stream mode, where I'm going to start off showing my game, or no, I'll probably do my WoW dailies, play some Silksong, and then at the end of stream, do a little bit of just like showing off the game that I've made. And I'll talk about like everything regarding this. I really do love game design. I end up wanting to teach game design, but there's more. I think game development is more now what I like. This is game design. What you're doing here, this is awesome and essential for making a game. Obviously, you need to design it if you want to make it good. So, basic movement, simple AI, health and damage systems, all these things. You should be able to access this. You can add shiz. Your boy. It says I need permissions, but hey, I see your mouse. It's our boy! It's Armand! It's Armand, dude! It's you! You made a cameo! Aw, shit. He's typing. Now that's awesome, actually. Comment only. I love that. You're like, let me do the work. Hi, father. What's up, brother? Yeah, no, I really like this. Can I check these things? No, I can only make comments. I can't comment. I could for a second there. I am evil now. Is there another person? Read only link? No, it's just me and you. Alright. Design direction. See, literally design. It's a big thing. You should be an editor now? I should be. No, I see this whole thing came up. That's fucking sick. Here, I'll give you the design document that I took off of the internet that is super essential for everyone to know that I'm going to make into a video, right? I'll just draw it here and then you can erase it. Can you erase my shit? Yeah, okay, cool. I'll just make a PowerPoint. Edit drawing. 1. Inspiration. Right? Inspiration. 2. Theme. And you already know gameplay pillars, right? Pillars. Which is when you start designing, this is exactly where you are now, right? You want the core gameplay pillars of Risk of Rain, of the random loot drops and the player and the AI and the mass amounts of enemies, right? These are themes, right, of dog and running it through dog stuff, the lens of what a dog would do. And you could seek inspiration in like other forms of media, like movies and books and TV shows and all these different things.
Themes and pillars, obviously different gameplay pillars, different themes from other games. And then that's when you start tying in the story, right? The beginning to the middle of where the grind is, and then the end. We should probably have done ABC for that, but whatever. Can I erase? I love that kind of erase. So we'll go A to B to C, right? A little bit of game design. And then this is when you start getting into, I'll just write assets because there's so much to do, right? Are you going to make it 2D? Are you going to make it 2.5 dimensions where it's two-dimensional images in a 3D plane? Are you going to make it true 3D? Are you going to make it isometric? ISO, right? And then you decide which kind of assets you're going to want to make from there, right? If you're making 3D assets, you're going to need 3D modeling and particle effects, dictate your engine and stuff. Are you using a drawing pad, or are you good with the mouse? I'm using my mouse here. I'll use a drawing pad for a second. Ready? Just to clean it up. Uh-oh. Where's my drawing? Here, we'll save it, and then we'll rework on it. Ready? I'm actually using a pencil. We'll do the first one. Oh, I have to, like, tap on it. Wait, the eraser, that's funny. It's not built for Wacom tab. Okay. Hold on. 1. Inspiration. It's about the same handwriting. That's actually kind of crazy. Now that I think about it, I write the same with my mouse as I do with the pen. Now, it's kind of a, as you see by this line right here, it's kind of like a pressurized pen. It's working a little weird, but I do like this. Themes and pillars, let's just make this better, right? Stories, ABC, I'll tidy that up so it's cleaner. A to B to C. That actually looks way cleaner. And then assets also looks like I wrote it blindfolded, so let me just do that. So, and then the assets also incorporate like programming scripts and which engine you're going to use, your UI, right? There's so much to do, but that it's, you know, that's how it be sometimes. All right. I'm just impressed at the mouse skill. Thank you. That's from years and years of using the mouse to draw before I got a Wacom tablet. So, no, you don't have to. No, I know. I'm just messing around. I think that's awesome. Hold on. Firefox. I'm going to close this for now. But I do like that. And I am hype to work on something with you if you're down. If you want to also guide me and talk about the gameplay pillars of Silksong, and like we can analyze the oh fuck. Oh, and I'm dead. I think the game doesn't hold your hand as well, right? That's another thing that when I say respect the intelligence of the player, that is exactly what I mean. Yeah, it's safer to go up and then back down through like I did. So respecting the intelligence of the player is like, if I hit pause and then the controller comes up with all of the inputs, right? But it's just a JPEG picture of like the controls. That's lazy, right? Because it is so much, right, to teach the player how to play your game. There are many kinds of games. And then, yeah, I'm headed to get groceries for the week. Thanks for being a cool homie and chatting with me in peace. No problem. I'm going to get into the game design then, because I do love it. But I love chatting, and I'll talk to you later, and I'm down to play some more Risk of Rain. But yeah, the gameplay pillars are super important to all that. You don't have to stay and listen to my ramblings. If you don't really care to. But It is relevant. I will use your game as an example, or like the concept of it. I do think it sounds cool, and it sounds like creatively unique, like how some people what's it called? Like when people make a Dark Souls-esque game, right? They don't do it like Silksong, where they make a new aesthetic and a new like setting entirely, and they invented almost a new art style pretty much to like, this is kind of like just early Newgrounds art, but I think it's still super fucking cool. Damn it, I was trying to avoid that exactly. But they just kind of make Dark Souls but worse, right? And as much as I love Dark Souls, I know now from playing like not like Dark Souls clones that I don't like what the difference. I don't think it's like, oh, I've studied the Miyazaki game design journal and I know because I like Dark Souls. It's like the opposite. I like Dark Souls so much that I ended up trying games that said they were like Dark Souls, and I'm like, oh, this is just like a bad imitation, right? It doesn't actually give you the same story. Maybe they're trying to push not just an agenda, but like it doesn't respect your intelligence with the way that they're telling the story, as opposed to Dark Souls where they're like, figure it the fuck out. Nobody knows and the community has to solve it. And then sometimes they know that that's like the case. I'll think of like Hello Neighbor, a game not like Dark Souls, as an example, where they want to do environmental storytelling and they want to have such a flush world where people care about the lore enough to theorize about what the fuck is happening. But if you don't respect their intelligence and you say, I'm going to change the story now because they solved it, right? You're not respecting their intelligence. You're like, I want them to feel dumb because they solved it. It's like, no, respect that the people who solved it understand. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I try to get the item. And continue your story just knowing that some people know, right? You don't have to readjust your whole story and fuck up everything you've set up to that point, like Hello Neighbor did famously, and adjusted their theories to match what MatPat was making. It's like, just respect their intelligence. Just sometimes you should tell them, actually, your theories are wrong, right? It does, because that's kind of what Dark Souls does. Everyone was like, there's no way Marika's the Glowmide Queen at all, 0% chance. And now that the second game, Night Rain, has come out and physically in the game universe tied the lore with the Black Knife Assassins and the Handmaidens of Marika and all that shit directly through environmental storytelling, right? Now there's a fallen like citadel in Dark Souls where these Black Knife Assassins who were part of Marika come from, and it is definitely, without a doubt, the Glowmide Queen's kingdom, right? So now the only logical conclusion from the lore in the game, there's three. Marika's the Glowmide Queen originally. Marika was heir to the Glowmide Queen, and that explains why her children have the power birthed into them through her. And it explains, or the last one is, the game's just not canon because it's so directly obvious, right? And they're like, well, no, I don't want this to be the story, so I'm going to say this isn't canon. Which is dumb. I think that's stupid. I think that doesn't respect the intelligence of the developer, and it's the community saying, I want to be right, more so than I want to find the answers. Which I feel like is my criticism of VaatiVidia's. They're like, I want to be right. I don't care, right? And their whole thing was that Marika can't be the Glowmide Queen, and I was like, but look at all these things in the base game that point towards it. Her children are born with the fucking Glowmide Queen powers, 2 of them, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You came down in a bubble, dude. But actually, one of the biggest problems is that they hold on to their theories like theology. They're like, no, this has to be right, otherwise I'm wrong. My entire YouTube identity is the guy who analyzes the lore. What happens? Did I just waste everyone's time? Right? And if the developers know that they can do that, which is exactly what they want people to feel from their game, then all they have to do is say, your story exists in the game and it's wrong, and the original story is the right one, right? That's crazy to say out loud, but like, it's what I think they did. They're like, America is not the god or goddess, or otherwise everything would be perfect, right? There would be no fucked up order or anything wrong, right? If she was truly perfect. So the fact that she is not perfect means they want you to question God, right? God isn't perfect in real life because it's a human concept. The person who made the game wants you to question theology in real life. So they show you through your experience playing the game why you need to question the theologies in real life, right? Same like Silksong. It's all tied together. But so it's like I'm trying to tie it into the game that I'm playing right now, but that happens like it happens a lot with YouTube channels like MatPat, Game Theory, and the Five Nights at Freddy's thing, right? Like they don't want to talk about dead children because talking about William Afton originally being a pedophile and killing the children, right? That was like the original story of Five Nights at Freddy's, gets you demonetized. So if the game changed away from that, right, it doesn't change the fact that in those first games, William Afton kills the kids, right? It is literally part of the fucking story, even if it's a false part of the story, right, a false narrative or whatever. The haunting is told in the books, in both universes, and now in the games universe that takes place in that ARG. So they really want you to think that ghosts, right, like it's a suspension of disbelief. Who knows what it is? Is it technology? Is it a ghost, right? That's the scarier part of the Five Nights at Freddy's series, which I respect them leaning more into, like, what does the community think? Well, we're going to keep our original story, but it's good to have that in mind, rather than, like I said, with the Hello Neighbor thing, where you just copy the theorists, and then everyone's like, well, you just copied the theorists. Like, everything you set up to this point doesn't mean that. And now all of the lore is weird and backwards and broken, and no one really gives a fuck about Hello Neighbor anymore because the development clearly was influenced by theorists. Let me explain why it ruins the fun for theorists. Ooh, new power-up. Well, real quick, this is the most important part, why it ruins the fun for theorists. If I'm going to change my story to be the theories, then there's no point in theorizing. You'll always be right. When you're trying to theorize, you're trying to solve for the problem. If the solution is you looking for that solution, then it's not, you'll never find it, because whatever you come up with is right, and that takes the fun out of the theorizing, right? As someone who loves theorizing in games and stuff, like with Elden Ring, you can't just make it the answer, right? If it wasn't set up to be the answer. That's why people didn't like Hello Neighbor, and why I respect Elden Ring, because I feel like they took everyone's lore theories from the years, and they said, not only are you right that that's in this game, you are 100% wrong that that is the story. Here is a whole area. Here is literally a ghost baby, right? There are so many things now you can't deny that the game is about. It's clearly about infertility or losing your child, because there's a fucking ghost baby, right? And in relation to the night takes completely regardless of how you feel, right? Facts don't care about your feelings, stupid argument, but that is literally the whole point of that Shadow character. The whole essence, and now the story of Night Rain, right? The secret endings in Night Rain to make it even more real. Just looking around like, what am I waiting for? But like, they made it the secret ending that you discover, and everyone's ending plays into it in Night Rain, so you can't deny the story any longer. This is just what the fuck it means. But because it wasn't made by Miyazaki, everyone's like, surely it's not canon, even though it's made by the developers. It's oversighted by Miyazaki, and George R.R. Martin and Miyazaki are thanked in the credits. It's easier to just say it's not canon. As someone who is a game designer, I just laugh at you. Like, how many mental gymnastics do you have to do to get to, my story is in the game, but you won't analyze the fact that the whole point of the fucking game and what you do is the character's narrative through the game points to you being wrong, right? That's like that's a big thing. with all the communities in many different games. Five Nights at Freddy's, Elden Ring, some of the biggest theorizers or theorists in games and their theories. It's the failure to say, oh shit, I was wrong. Because any game designer can just do that. It's one thing to make the story into what the theorists were doing, like Hello Neighbor. It's another to make it a part of the game and say they're wrong. It means you've doubled down on your story, and when they analyze the proof, right, when they start thinking that they're right and analyzing for the evidence that they're right, they will have to ignore the obvious truths that you laid out before them. So they are wrong and they know it, and then they don't like talking about the game anymore, which is why Vati Videos hasn't uploaded anything about Night Rain except for just a general summary. Here, I'll even prove my point by pulling it up. This guy is the Prepare to Cry, right? As much as I love this guy and I learned so much, right? Armored Core, right? The lore of Night Ring. 3 months ago was the video. I said when the game came out and I got all the endings and beat it on everyone, and even got the secret doorway, that I was right, and it's based off the Silmarillion, and you need to read the Silmarillion. He explained the lore one time, and then moved on. Think about this. Every month, multiple times a month, he's posting about this game. Multiple months, right? And then as soon as his theory gets disproven and his whole YouTube channel gets called into question, he stops posting. That's his last video. So he's probably doing one of two things right now. Analyzing the lore and realizing he's wrong, or analyzing the lore, trying to find some way to be right while the game is explicitly telling him, America's the fucking Glowmite Queen, you idiot, right? Like, that is just what the fucking game is saying with that entire story, right? It all ties back to the Erd Tree, where America is inside of, right? And it's all about death and those who walk in death. You cannot view it any other way now. So they're just arguing that it's not canon. And as someone, again, who read the Silmarillion now twice, I'm halfway through it. I'm waiting for the Elden Ring DLC to come out so that I can continue reading to finish the last half. Right? We beat the game, but there's no DLC, and we know there's going to be DLC. So, as a well-experienced Souls player, the first base game isn't the truth, right? Maybe America's not the Glowmite Queen. Maybe she's someone else. But what they're showing you in Night Rain, the story, the base game without DLC, is that she is definitely the fucking Glowmite Queen. So the DLC is going to do one of two things. Come back and say America is without a doubt not the Glowmite Queen, or leave it ambiguous but hint further that she's the Glowmite Queen, which is the closest they can do without outright saying Vati was wrong and all those millions of views in Prepare to Cry videos are wrong. He misread the lore, he didn't understand the story, and he misguided a bunch of people, right? And I think, again, there are characters in your narrative as the player that tie into that fact. The religious people, the Golden Order, right? The people who read the holy text that manifests from nowhere, which is what you're doing as you read the holy text that manifests from nowhere, right? The magical text in the game item descriptions, right? That's the text that they're deciphering. They are deciphering that as the Golden Order, right? They literally are the characters of the Golden Order. And who is it, right? It's the guy who finds out he was wrong. He questions his faith. It's like one of the main characters, Gold Mask and Corrin, right? Corrin is Vati. Corrin believed the text. Okay, so Vati is Corrin, right? If you compare everything I just described that Vati did, it ties through to Corrin's story 1-to-1. You worshipped this magical holy text that showed up from nowhere too religiously. It's supposed to be an untrustworthy narrator, and there are even questions in the item text. So if you say without a questionable, like without a doubt that America's not the Glowmite Queen, right? You're saying she's not the Glowmite Queen, there's no way that you can be. Well, if it's ambiguous, they can change it or just continue the story and be like, no, she is the Glowmite Queen and you got it wrong because you just read the holy text of the item descriptions and you didn't look at the environment that you found those items in and the context that they exist in the whole fucking game and the lore of the world. You are compartmentalizing the truth, right? You can't admit that the Godskin duos are in the same place, the Shadows are one of the everything ties back into Lindell and the Shadows being under the Capitol, right? And the Death Blight coming from Godwyn and Godwyn being hidden and all of the lies of America, right? When you analyze the story, it's very obvious what America is, but that's why I think Night Rain had to come out and just shut the fucking community up. Now the only thing is Night Rain canon? Because if it is, then everything we ever thought about the game was wrong. So that is what I think the opposite of the Hello Neighbor thing is. Come out with a game that says exactly what the players were saying is wrong, so that they have their basis, right, what they work off of, and then the whole thing can make them question their faith, right? They believed themselves to be true because they read the holy text. Turns out that it was from the perspective of your mortal character regardless, and they had the questions because they didn't know. So you were tarnished of the Golden Order. Everything is from the Golden Order's perspective, and it's heresy, right? Everything is heresy if it's just a different magic. So it's like that entire structure of storytelling ties into every aspect of the game, right? What the player is doing, the narrative of, you just narrate what they're doing. You helped Corrin realize the error of his ways through your quest, right? That's just a narrative. It has nothing to do with the lore. Oh, well, it has something to do with the lore, but that's just the narrative. That's what I narrate your character doing. You helped Corrin, and you didn't give him the potion, and he accepts his fate that the Golden Order was wrong because the tree is on fire, and he can no longer deny his eyes, right? You can't deny your eyes. The tree is on fire. That's the whole thing. The prophecy was that the tree would burn. Everything they did in the Golden Order was to stop that, and the tree still burned. The Golden Order was wrong. That's the whole story. America was a liar. Period. Full stop. That's the whole fucking story. So anyway, daughter of a distant land, we who remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours. Reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. Sure. No corpse to poke with the needle? Claw line. Oh, is this the grapple? Fling the needle as a harpoon and launch forcefully towards it. Silk will be expended. Strike enemies to replenish silk. Of course. And it did the thing, so now I don't have my power-ups. I'm gonna forget like 9 times. Oh, left trigger. Oh, okay, I see. So you gotta... That's fucking awesome. Well. I'm so used to bouncing off enemies. Oh, get the fuck out of here. I just bounced off of them. This game is fucking trash. No, I'm just kidding. That was actually terrible though. What the fuck? Oh, I can't even do this now. I just soft lock myself? Wait, how do I use a move that Oh my god. Okay, I'm barely holding on here. I think they knew that you would soft lock yourself if you died here, so they gave you some like recharge. Or it just barely takes... Ah. They did that shit on purpose. My problem with people seems to be that they can't admit the error of their ways while trying to criticize me for admitting the error of my ways. I don't know. Back at the start. Great. Dude, oh, so close. Okay, so it's like a dash in the air. And then we come back this way. Okay. Oh my god. Who did the thing? Hey, that's funny. And that explains a lot, actually. Oh, shut the fuck up. Okay. I definitely hit him there, but he came in swinging. They don't really care about being fair anymore. That's so dumb. Damn, I feel bad for the people who got stuck in here, because the shit that I'm doing is like I'm just assuming that this is how they want you to do it. Ooh, shouldn't have probably. It's actually kind of why I was impressed with World of Warcraft. To circle completely back around at like the start of stream and how I'm going to be playing from now on. WoW's like narrative for the at least the Legion remix event, because I love Legion, it ties, and I guess the Pandaria event. The like remix, it ties into the story, just like how Chromie Time. Okay. Why the fuck do I keep taking damage when I'm bouncing off people? Oh my god. Freedom. Please don't come alive. Oh, you know this thing's gonna come alive. Let's go rest over here to get the health and checkpoint. Okay. Not exactly what I was expecting. I thought the voice was coming from like a public service announcement that just got left on loop. Master, you seem the lone maker left in this citadel. Are you my enemy? The other constructs of this place object aggressively to my presence. Bug Red? I am a maker. Yes. Enemy? No. I am no architect. Only an architect. Oh, no. Enemy? No. I am an architect. Only an architect. To build, automate is not choice. It is our nature. Directive. Cage. You are Weaver type, yes. A first child. Rare. Extinct? Or not, it does so seem. You see, true, Master. I bear the lineage of Weavers, along with other strands equally strange. Then on your request, Bug Red, as directive demands for Farloom's first children, and our kingdom eternal, I shall serve, I shall craft. Whoa! Oh, what the fuck? You have affinity for such radial blades? I can build upon the idea, knowledge, make them retract, make them force store. Okay. I think I lost some of the rosaries that I had, but I mean, I've been keeping hundreds in my pocket just in case. Is there anything? Master, I seek a melody held by your line, one part of a sequence and key to ascending above the citadel. Can you teach it to me? Our melody, I recall, yes, there was melody once, but it's sound that I possess no longer. Too long I have worked. From my mind vault, the imprint has faded. With many things, it is like this, remembrance dimmed. But you may hear it still at the height of our core. There is means system near complete. Constructs old built to sound our song. They need only be set to functional form. Alright. If Bug Red could prove their aptitude with our implements and others like, I would offer my key to grant access to the chapel store above. Acquire 6 more tools to prove aptitude. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Scuttle brace? Oh. Oh. I need an upgrade stone. This band of metal teeth, sharp and light fine. It could be woven within your red outer layer. A hidden weapon. Okay. Kind of want... what is it? More thread that we get up above? I kind of want to... I'd rather the new abilities. Honestly, fuck it. 12th architect? God damn. A flexible shell prosthetic. It would enhance a weaver's type flexibility, allowing evasive options. Is this the one that lets you do the spider dance? Fuck it. This one I want. And then the other one I don't know. Let's see if we can get it, huh? So close. Oh my god, we barely got it. Alright. Secret doorway? Whoa, actually secret doorway. Huh. Alright, not on the map. A locked gate bearing the symbol of an architect. Okay, so this is the key. Do we... Why would we need this? Maybe like the floor opens up and then we can jump in. Oh. Wait. Is there something up here? Nope, just bugs. Oh? No. We've covered much today. Doth protest too much. Wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. Look, we'll get the jump eventually. There we are. And then what do I just... What part of this bug am I hanging off of? Oh shit. I think I recognize this bug. It's a bug we've killed already. How the fuck? Okay, so... Hello. We all together. Uh-oh. How the fuck am I supposed to get over there then? Do I have to come back here with like a bunch of magic? At least I was right that you had to play a song. Give me some magic real quick. Too bad I can't let a shortcut down from there. Slope. Goodbye. No! Fuck, I definitely hit the jump button. I think I fell off the corner right before. I like pressed it all the way down and felt like the controller beyond the button. Like I flattened that shit out. Alright. Allow me to play you a song. Looks like it's shaking, but... Alright. What the fuck is the point of this place? So there's definitely... like secret path between these two. Oh, you get let... I see. You get let in through the top of the one I'm next to. It's probably these paths that open up. Nope. Okay, I see. Hell yeah. Oh man. I thought there'd be a shortcut. Worth a shot. I think this was just an elevator we couldn't get down. Oh. Holy fuck. That lock on was crazy. See how far they were from me when they went back? That's insane. Oh, that's definitely like a boss room or something. I think we can call it here. Because we've explored enough, we've yapped long enough. I think I made my point. It's this way. Just in the back parts of the map. This shit doesn't even exist. The game designers didn't put this here. This is just a byproduct. Now, of course they did. Keep an eye out on the walls for any, like, broken secret paths. I know I'm literally in a secret path right now, but they do put secrets within secrets. Okay. This just takes me back. This is gonna remain temporarily open, isn't it? As soon as I go down, it's gonna close behind me. Oh, no. Holy shit. Alright, permanent shortcut. That's fucking awesome. That was huge. We didn't even get to the thing. How the fuck are you supposed to get there? I think it was locked, and now that I have the loop, I can get there. So we'll do that next, and then it'll probably go into these. The problem is I really wanted to finish Silksong as like a numbered series. Like, just each part is its own stream, and then eventually I beat the game, and then we just move on from it, you know, and it exists. But something happened the other day with, Game Grumps, who is typically what I set my, not schedule, but like my systems off of, because I'm not really paying it too much thought. But they put all of their old videos on live, and I was like sad that it wasn't live. I was like, dude, come on, let it be live. Why are you playing a live stream of old videos, right? Which I know is how PewDiePie makes his money as well on Twitch, and like, it's not bad that they do that, but I was like, oh fuck, dude, it said live, and when I clicked on it, it was just a live stream of recorded stuff. So they should have said pre-recorded, not live, which kind of fucked with me a little bit mentally. But it made me realize why I like live streams, and like certain live streams I do watch, I'll like my boys here, they'll come in and just talk for a bit and dip out, come back, talk for a bit and dip out. So it is nice to have it like just going. Feel no obligation towards it, just stop in to say what's up for certain chats.
And it's better with smaller chats like mine. Like if I grew like a 1 million subscriber channel like Markiplier or PewDiePie, I think I would miss being able to talk to my friends in chat. Like that's one thing that's like, oh dude, I actually really like being able to talk to chat. So it kind of sucks that the larger streamers have that bot problem where people are buying bots for them, whether it be like a manager or it's themselves or it's like a hate watcher trying to get them banned, right? All of the above. It might not be them or it might be them. I feel bad because it's the chat is the thing that gets fucked up. They changed it so you have to be actually talking in chat on Twitch to be counted. I don't know if they changed it, but that's just how it is. People were showing their numbers. Like, they had like 700 viewers, and then they said, everyone type in chat right now. Just press 1. Like, I need the I need to see you interact with chat right now, right? And then they did it, but then the numbers jumped up because that's what they were actually testing. And they went, yeah, as soon as everyone started typing, my viewership went from like 700 to 900. Right? Because they can't... as soon as you start typing, it actually counts you as a viewer. On Twitch, at least. So, a lot of that big problem comes from the bots flushing out with just emote spam, right? Just spamming emotes in chat to be considered a viewer, right? Or just to make it seem like there's a chat when there isn't. If it's like the same couple hundred people spamming a paragraph of emotes, dare I say again, like in Hassan's chat, obviously politicians would love to pay someone, even if they don't, you know, or not pay someone, pay to promote someone who's putting in the work promoting their ideals, right? It's just it's like you're helping this guy like you, and also you're helping other people see it from your perspective, even if that perspective is wrong. Which is why I don't think it should be a popularity contest. But that's enough about those guys. Honestly, I said I wouldn't talk about it, but we kept circling back. But it really does tie into the theme of the game. As I just went on a whole tirade about religion within the Golden Order, right? Not real life, but how that's an allegory for real religion and how people view it, right? As well as glintstone and the sciences and how some people worship the glintstone and stuff. Like the demi-humans. It ties together the lore with real-life situations that you might encounter. It's not like a specific situation, like oddly specific. It's so broad that you're likely to encounter something like it while you're living, you know, just on Earth. So I think these games touch on a number of topics, and that's why we kept cycling back to that, because that is one of the main pillars of the lore and themes of these games, not just this one or Elden Ring, but the ones that like the people really like because they express things that they can't, right? Like other people can't express. That puts it into words or an experience through video games or a movie or a book or a TV show or a song or a interpretive dance. Or a monologue.